Recording. Hey, we're
There we
live.
go.
We're short one player. He'll be in eventually. But
Fire my text him to hurry up.
Yeah, text him to hurry up. He said he would be at 7:30, which is about now. But even if he shows up a little bit later, it's okay.
Well, apparently his driving is amazing. So
Yes. He lives on the other side of the city, but he works right next door. Like he could come over here faster than he could like just go home. But he'll go home because the wife will murder him, as any good Chinese wife would.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome to Auto Weird Campaign 2, episode 6. Are we on 6 or 7? 6? I think we're on
7.
7? I don't know.
I wasn't here for one, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, I'll order them correctly on YouTube. That's all that matters. Anyway, we're going to start this episode like we start every episode, rolling to see who recaps. Negative.
I got a 1, but what's this, Justin?
What's what?
Why at the bottom of my screen and everyone else's screen does it now say victim number?
No reason.
Hey, I'm number 1.
Yeah,
I'm
victim
number
1,
1.
victim 2, all the way to 6. Good times. All right, I got -2. Who did worse than me?
I got 1.
I got one as well.
I got 3.
Oh.
Amanda? 2. I guess I'm recapping last week then. Oh boy.
I got 2.
You got a 2?
You remember what happened last week, Justin?
To a reasonable extent. I mean, I was
Well, I just
there.
want to recap as Leo.
Okay, so
I have to say that's foul play.
So last week started with the realization that Jack and Jackie had seemingly been saved by a Native American man who had been following you guys since the last episode. Unfortunately, when you got to the people, Jack and Jackie, Jack was incredibly hurt and Jackie was dead. The old man didn't seem to speak any language anyone could understand and was quite a bit larger than a normal human male. You proceeded to head back to the door where Jean-Paul was kind of opening the door, closing the door, opening the door, closing the door, waiting for you guys to come back, being the only person who could open and close the door. Anna, however, decided she would take the opportunity not just to try and save Jackie, but to literally give a part of herself to save him. Despite him being dead, she took one of her feathers, her phoenix feathers, and poured a portion of her life essence into
Is it too late for her to do a reset and undo that?
No, it's definitely way too late to undo saving an
Yeah, let's just redo an entire session.
Yeah. So she brought him back, and the old man returned to see her, spending her energy and life force to return Jackie to the living. They joined the party, and the old man continued to follow them. And as everyone kind of talked, they realized they couldn't quite communicate, but Anna seemed to have just enough understanding of the native language to try and get a couple words in. But there was something distinctly odd about the old man's dialect, his choice of words. All his verbiage was wrong. So when Anna was trying to decipher it, that's when Karen was like, no, that's not what he's saying. He's saying this, but it's like from the Iroquois language, and that one's from Algonquin, and that one's from Chippewa. So he's using a bunch of different native languages at the same time. And that's when we became aware that Karen had the potential to actually speak this language with this old man. And upon talking to him, he revealed that he wasn't just someone who had dreamwalked, but was actually the avatar of Old Man Winter, Gahone, in the native vernacular. And Jack, Jordan's character, decided this would be a great opportunity to open my sight and see if he is who he claims to be. Upon opening his sight, he saw the true essence of who this god is, and saw a swirling beaming life force down to where he is, with a returning ripping of the life force back to where that beam was coming from, as if he's projecting himself while being sucked back at the same time. So Gahone informed Karen and the group that he is indeed trapped behind the door with all the keyholes in it, and that if the party, who he summoned almost completely, but not everyone, doesn't set him free, that an ancient king who lives in a mountain will come to Ottawa or the Greater Valley area and begin his hunt and kill everybody, and that he is the only person who stopped him from hunting the valley, and that since he's been trapped here, he's been unable to put his machinations into place to stop this mountain king from returning and doing his hunt. So if that mountain king does return, it will certainly mean quite a lot of death in the valley. He used a couple of words that were interesting that people picked up. He referred to Karen as Kelowna, which is the bear, and had stated that he had summoned her specifically because he knew she'd understand him. He referenced the Opogo, which Jack picked up on very quickly. It's like, oh, it's the Opogo. And same with Alfred. Alfred also heard Opogo and was like, oh, he's connected to the Ogopogo somehow. At which point the conversation went a little bit back and forth. Everyone found out what doors there were, that the following doors beyond JP will be Ansel, Anna, and then I think Daniel would be the one that you has to be solved as well. Yeah. So, and that everyone was pulled in specifically so that they could sort the keys out, that each room was changed so that you guys could sort out the keys, which he couldn't do on his own, being locked away behind the one door. And that Daniel's door, once everything is sorted out, can be opened and people can leave. Everyone went into Jean-Paul's door after that, and that's where the session ended. And
You did a good job.
That is the recap.
Gold star.
Hey!
So the Mountain King is this the Earl King?
He didn't say.
Sure sounds like it.
Yeah, he
It
said
does.
king in the mountain that hunts.
With horned head.
Yeah, I don't think he said horned at all.
First time he said horns on his head.
Mm,
No.
I don't think so.
Who made me victim 4? You're fired.
I don't think so. And if I did, I retcon it. So I could do that. But yeah, it's the king in the mountain. That's what he says.
The King in the North.
King in the north. We Northmen don't put up with it much. The kings, we kill them all and eat them. Ah, king souffle. All right. So you are now in 1779, New York City, down by the harbor. All of you have passed through the door, and that's when you hear
the gangs of New York.
the gangs of New York. And that's when you hear a voice from behind you going, I didn't expect this to look quite like this.
And it turns and looks who else was able to get through the door.
It's Daniel. And he's looking around and he's just like, it's nice to be out of the cold. He goes, what's the plan, guys? JP, got a big plan here or what?
We have a plan, yes.
Daniel, what's your last name?
Taika.
Tiger.
Taika.
Sure, it wasn't Irish.
It's an old name, goes back to Russian heritage, and not that I'm very connected to it, but it's kind of a Russian sort of Latin-y sort of connection, Slavic even. I don't really actually know. I'm just making shit up. I'm nervous.
Can you call my
But-
phone?
Your phone?
Really friggin' want to sing the song now.
Which song?
My nephew loves Daniel
Daniel
Tiger's
Tiger.
Neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's Bobby Nicholson.
Hey, that's me.
Send. And now calling somebody, a guy. It's ringing. Sounds like it's down here, Bobby.
One ringy dingy. Two ringy dingies.
I think he found
I
it.
remember that ringtone.
It's a stock one.
Turn that off onto silent. All
Okay.
right. So Daniel has gotten through the door as well, and he is surprised. And he's like, so how old are you, Jean-Paul?
He's
Can I take
pretty
200
old.
there? No. I mean, the beginning of America. So I'm older than America by like 100 years.
Like 400 then?
Yeah.
So, Daniel looks around and goes, so this is your memory, yeah? This is your worst day or something?
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking for? He turns to the
I
rest
got
of the
swallowed.
party. What are we looking for, guys?
Had a lot of meat in my
I
mouth.
don't know.
Oh, excuse me. I had some delicious meat in my face. Yes, that tube steak. So
Yeah,
delicious.
What flags are flying?
Right now, there's a lot of British flags. Most of the stores seem to be flying British flags, while there seems to be a bunch of like mix
Oh
between like,
no.
really
Oh no.
old sort of like Confederate mixed flags and some new 2 or 3 different starred flags. Like there's a big mishmash of who we are right now going on.
We are very far east. The
Okay.
year is
Anna.
a few years before the
Yes?
American Revolution.
Keep your mouth shut
Why?
because you're Prussian.
Because I'm
No
a what?
one on this side of the world likes you right now.
Because I'm a what? Russian?
Oh.
Prussian.
Ah. Oui,
Would it
oui.
be better
Nah,
if I
it's not that yet. It's New York's full of immigrants. Everyone's immigrant in New York. Full of
Not a
Irish,
Russian.
Scottish, Germans, Scottish.
should I talk like
British.
this instead?
That's pretty good, says Daniel. It's almost believable.
So
Perfect.
I ran away to America. This is back when I lost faith with Jesus and the church, and I ran away from my family. And I became a very, very bad person. I became a monster. I completely lost myself to my demon inside. And I was the king of the sex slave market in New York.
Oh, good. So you can hook us up?
Yeah, with
Daniel.
anything.
I'm just saying, it's not real, is it? Like everyone's talking about how it ain't real.
I was a full betrayal of who I am. I turned my back on everything. Everything was gone from me. And
You know what? I think this is the time to inform Daniel of something.
What? What's going on? What should I know?
Okay, here's what you need to know. Is that anything that happens to you in here
Mhm.
happens to you.
No, I figured that. I figured this is like risking our souls right now.
Yeah. So
Like,
you
realistically,
get VD from one of these people, you're gonna keep it.
No, that's not possible. There's not a chance. Realistically, I mean, mate.
Wanna
No.
bet?
Hey, ask me how my ribs
dream
feel.
STDs. Come on now. I'd be so sick right now. I'd be dead. I would have died years and years ago, and I've been around for a very long time. If
Yes,
that is a
because you're
thing,
immune.
Vampire.
I'm dead.
You
So-
can't
so-
get VD.
So Daniel takes a look around. He sees down the road, down the hill towards the docks. There's all these like low-rise houses that are kind of under construction right now, as well as people just kind of walking around from place to place. There's like markets, people buying stuff, and everyone's talking almost with like a bit of a British lilt. When they talk, they have a bit of an accent. And he goes, "So where did you live at this point? Where's your location? You can't be far from here, right?"
I am down by the park on the east side towards the water.
So
Alright,
I guess we
let's
should
head down that
probably be heading in that direction then.
Daniel kind of walks forward and goes, "Hey, what's the worst that could happen?" And walks
You
right into a
are
pole.
sticking next to me.
He literally walks
reaches
right into a
over.
pole. I meant to do that, and he keeps going.
I need a leash for him.
And make it out
Daniel,
of his
don't ask.
guts.
Maybe you won't find out.
I'm already halfway there, guys. You got to keep up.
And is gonna jog after him.
Really?
Somebody's gonna kill him, and I'm gonna hate to do it.
Make a fate point.
Wonder if I can scare him to death in his dreams.
We need
right.
him.
I didn't say I was gonna do it right now.
All right.
Okay. Well, any other Immortal Warriors recognize this? Because I know, like, what, 3 of you are pretty old?
Volus would know this.
I don't
Volus
know
I
if
found
was
after
America at
this.
point.
I knew Volus before this, and then I found him after this back in Canada. He helped pull me out of here.
Our story, our faith like a pillar happened in 1850.
Yeah.
50 years from now, 50, 60 years from now.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's actually pretty new then.
I'm not sure if I would be in
1850.
America.
You're right. No, this is I met you after this. No, this is when I killed my favorite girl, and after I killed her, I began to get burned from her essence still on me, and I realized I killed the only thing I loved, and that's what kind of brought me back into the light, and I started to change my ways and move to Canada. It was a very dark time of my life.
Wait, so this
Poor
was a
thing.
positive experience for you?
Killing the
Wow.
love of my life, yes, it was very positive.
Positive in the way that it ruined him so bad he changed.
Yeah,
What year is it again?
positive.
Jack, don't be a dick.
It was the absolute bottom of my life before things started to change.
Justin,
Being
what year is it again?
immortal, everything having
1779.
all.
1979.
Yeah, 1779. This is like muskets and cannon era.
This is after the revolution. This is before the revolution,
This is
no?
before. This is like 2 years
Yeah,
before.
this is things are getting heated. There's open debates on
yeah.
the street.
In fact, there's a guy standing in the market on an apple box going, "We must make change. The British are taking everything from us. We are being taxed into oblivion. You over there, you cannot operate anymore because you are being taxed into oblivion. You over there are losing your house because the British have taken everything. We have to turn them away. We have to send them back. We are done with this," he says adamantly. There's a
No taxation without representation.
no more taxation without representation. There's a small crowd of people listening, young people, women in very big, bright dresses. You know?
A message from the king.
Yes.
A
I
message
don't
from
think
the
that
king.
they're seeing us with what we're wearing right now, are you?
I am wearing what I was wearing back then. Are you not wearing something from the
I'm
1700s?
not wearing a parka.
I see you wearing a dress from the 1700s. You're right in, but to the
I'm-
time.
Now everybody's in the proper time period clothing. No debating.
All right. Also take a fate point.
Oh,
Now, question: if we're changing up, can I get a
Really lace cravat.
black powder pistol
sure.
and the biggest red coat I can get?
We are not looking to incite the revolution.
La revolution. All right.
I'm here. I'm listening to you guys. I'm just behind the screen, but I'm listening. I'm right here. I'm just getting a scribbly device.
All right. Bolus, you do, however, notice that there are people with like what looks like almost a medieval armory, like smithing stuff there. There's swords and shields and all sorts of weird stuff. There's a smith going on. As a man of your heritage, it piques your interest.
JP, do you have any idea what kind of item might be used for your key?
Soon he will return, and he's returned.
I was literally in ear dishes the whole time. Ish. And my glass is how you say much better like this. Yes.
Oh, she asked you a question. I'm grabbing a drink too.
All right. I'm sorry. I cannot hear very well out of this ear. One more time.
Do you have any sort of idea what kind of item might be used for your key?
Cock ring.
Well, the death of my love, coming back to the Lord and Jesus Christ, to transfer my life. I do not have a foggiest idea what the key could be.
Did
I
you
mean,
perhaps have a
maybe a cross.
cross? Yes. I was
Maybe a
thinking.
cross. I mean, it's when I came back to being a true believer.
Her heart.
But this is
Well,
the hardest
maybe.
days, so I
This is
think
before this. Yes.
We always
This
end
is
up having
back. I
to
used to
find
carry
ourselves.
two two 2-foot knives with a piece of bone on the end with a little bit of carving on it. That's
Do you
all I
think
carried on me.
maybe those might be the items we'll need?
Those were very important items that I did a lot of my business
Work.
with.
Hmm.
My work and keep people in line, and everyone knew I had them, and that was
And it
very
reaches over and
fast.
grabs Daniel again before he wanders off.
Oh, Daniel's already down to
Gone.
the water. He's so long gone.
Oh, I assumed we were moving while we were talking.
Oh, well, then you get down to the water,
Me too.
past the smith, past the guy doing the little talk, barking off the apple box there, and you find Daniel standing by a dark alley that leads into where JP's little human brothel is. Not human brothel, human export and trafficking. It's not far from the docks. In fact, it's a real easy skip and a jump to get there, and almost deliberately so, the location that he's chosen. You see what looks like ladies of the night walking around. There's guys sitting on the ground, not wearing a whole lot of clothes, kind of wasted out. A couple guys missing arms there. Guy wearing an eye patch, smoking something that smells extremely fragrant. It looks like the dregs of society hang out here. Even in the middle of the day as it is, this area looks rough.
JP, are you going to be all right? Because we're about to.
I do not know if I can even do this. This is
Do
this
any
is
of
something
the
I do not
guys-
even think about anymore. It is so far gone. It is so the bottom of who I was.
Maybe you can look at this as some sort of test by your god.
Or
Hey, it's
test of
okay,
Satan.
JP. You're not going through it alone this time.
Maybe it'll be a situation where we get to change things again.
Have we
Possible.
been very little changes we have been allowed in the dreams? They seem to be so
We were
static.
allowed to change things for
Positive?
Rocco.
It won't
Okay,
change your real life, but it might give you some solace.
So, Daniel, hearing you
Speaking of
talking about
change.
this stuff, says, I doubt that whoever made these lock boxes made them all to have the same key. Like, realistically, if people had different ways of sorting things out, it's not necessarily going to be the same every time, then, is it? I mean, just a wild guess. I mean, you guys play video games, right? You don't always have the same puzzle every time.
I have an idea.
You have an idea?
Are any of these people on the side here look like they're hitting opium?
Yeah, in fact, there's a Chinaman on the ground smoking opium right now.
I will sit next to him and say, pass.
Roll me a presence.
Do I get advantage since he's all messed up?
I will tell you in a second.
That's 2 minus that 1. Oh, sorry, 2.
He nods and hands you the pipe over.
I will take a drag off the opium because I have multiple broken ribs.
Yes, and it feels so good.
Jack,
Your
what
head-
are you doing?
Your head swims.
Broken ribs. I
You
need a
can
distraction.
fix that.
Your senses
you
go
can't.
dull.
I will have one of those too, please.
Come
No,
here and
no.
I'll fix it.
I hold my hand very, very blatantly. No,
3.
to both of you. 1, Bob, you need to stay clear-headed for this shit.
No,
2,
I do not need
Anna,
to be clear-headed for
you
this
are
shit.
not helping me again. I owe you too much.
We already took care of those.
And
And I don't need another
I
one.
need you to roll a social of some sort, and Jordan to roll a social of some sort on that.
A rapport?
Yeah,
Anna,
that's
don't worry about Jack. If he gets too stubborn, we'll just bring him to a local doctor.
what just happened with the interaction about the I owe you too much. That's like kind of a
Fix.
social dynamic thing.
Oh,
4.
is that
I'd
presents?
say I can fix that, but it won't really fix that.
Rapport presence, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it would affect the presence in the end for Anna, him rejecting it.
I only
Six,
got
though.
Got a paper
two.
cut, go to the doctor and get sepsis.
Yeah.
I kill
I
myself.
got 2.
So you got a 2, Anna?
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
6.
4? So Anna, you take a 2 social damage, stress. It's genuinely painful to watch him sit in pain, but he just straight up told you to back down, mind your own business. And he said it with enough force to like really hit you with a, oh, he's fucked.
She sulks.
Oh.
You okay, Anna?
He was mean. The big man was mean. No, but in all seriousness, you hear a hooker screaming at a John that he doesn't get to do that without paying for it, and
He stiffed her.
he laughs, and when she says something back, he upright and slugs her in the face, breaking her nose and cheekbone, knocking her
shoot
to the
him?
ground, and he jumps on top of her and begins beating the living shit out of her in front of everyone.
Can I
And
shoot
now
him
he's
with
got a
black powder?
stab wound in his stomach.
I'm gonna go grab him.
And
He's
it's
already got a stab wound in his
as you
stomach.
are both walking over to do that, you see what looks like a young, very suave-looking JP grab him in the heartbeat, but JP's still beside you. He grabs him and slams his head against the wall 2 or 3 times. You remember this moment, JP, very clearly. That girl made you a lot of money, and that man had no right to touch her, and you killed him.
Oh, solve that problem.
Oh, dude.
You see yourself over this guy that you just smashed his head in. And as he's sitting there dying, you can see your younger self just feeding on him, his pain and his suffering, whispering at him little things that are barely audible, but words like, you chose this, you wanted it, didn't you? This is who you are.
It has to be sin based.
These are your desire. Yeah. Your violence, your lust, your wrath.
Yeah.
You didn't jump into him.
And so you're all standing there seeing this, and the girl gets up, holding her face, blood pouring down her cheek, her face beginning to swell as she sulks off.
That's
Yeah.
new.
This young Jean-Paul continues to consume this man. Nobody does anything. Everyone just looks away.
Maybe we're supposed to stop him.
No, this is who I was. I
But
was
maybe you're
completely.
supposed to change it.
I did. You will see. This is who I completely surrendered to the demon inside me.
I
To-
know,
And you
but
be
watch as
fair,
that man dies.
Nadia and I were ready to kill the guy anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was gonna be dead anyways. Just before she goes out of sight, can I like just make it look like she's okay? It's just
Sure, roll me.
it's not a healing, it's just
illusion.
Addicts.
an
Cosmetic?
illusion to make it look like she's okay.
Roll a conviction.
Why is all of you so quick to jump to trying to kill people?
Or
You mess with a bit of an illusion spell trying to change the essence of the dream. It's not quite enough. You find there's a strong presence, not just from the world you're in, but from the mind of JP. It's hard to overcome what
Okay.
happened. So you watch as this young version of young JP drains every last bit of life from this man. The wounds aren't what kills him. The draining kills him.
Is Jean-Paul still with us though, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
I remember this. I put her back
No,
up
no,
at night.
no. This is important. You're still here.
Watching it.
May have
You
to
didn't
deal
get-
with you.
You didn't get bumped into the you, which means there's enough of a disconnect between that you and you.
Roll a lore for me, Jordan.
Maybe we have to
Ooh,
subdue
right. That's,
your old self.
That's 5.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna go for
that's
some-
a shift beyond, so you can get like 2 pieces of information on here. even naming an aspect of what's happening if you want. You first and foremost realize, just as you said, this disconnect is so huge that maybe he can't jump into this version of himself. Maybe he's so entirely different now than this person. That's part of what's going on. Secondly, the fact that things are just rolling forward normally and not resetting, even though like
Oh,
you guys tried to go in or
What'd you
whatever,
put on it?
you feel like
Oh, I love you.
this is playing almost more like a film than it's playing
Mm.
like, say, one of the memories.
Hmm.
It's almost it's to the point that it's almost encapsulated in JP's memories, more as something he remembers, not something he identifies as.
Okay, so this is you separated yourself entirely from this you.
Oh, my computer's gonna. Yes. After I killed Anna,
Wait, what?
Mary.
I decided that I was not going to be the monster inside of me, and I found my way back to my parents, and I found my way back to God, and it was a very long, slow, suffering process of changing everything about me to be not him.
Oh, for the aspect, Justin, let's go with not a monster
Not a
anymore.
monster. There is a scene aspect hanging, not a monster. All right, so young JP stands up, looking vibrant, and walks into the dark alleyway towards the den that he runs.
And I tried to interact with myself.
Yeah,
This is the same day. This is the day that Anna died.
you walk up to yourself, and this younger version of you smiles this wide smile. Have you come for me? Is this the day? You can do whatever you want. I've already done everything. What's
Oh,
left?
mon ami, I have traveled very far to tell you something very important.
But you
There's a girl who talks to you about the art, the girls who talk to you about adventure and life and love.
Mon belle fille. She will be here tonight, and I will indulge in her as I have indulged in her every night.
She is your favorite, yes?
Oh,
The
she's-
one you see the most?
She is my fuck doll. She is my everything. And just as every other one that I've destroyed, I will destroy her too tonight. I'll taste her in a way that she is going to beg for. She will tell me her sins, and I will give them back to her in full.
I'm glad you changed.
And this is...
And who is this? You who looks as me? Have you brought your friends, ton ami? Have you come to support the revolution? Is that who you are? You come looking like me,
No.
like
I
demon
am come to
reflection of
tell you
myself?
that you are going to succeed in everything you say tonight, and you will learn something about her, but only after.
Well, as he begins backing away, this big smile, he's like, then I am the winner I will always be.
Maybe we should knock him out.
And he
No?
he opens a door, and you hear what sounds like women's laughing and a little bit of trumpet playing. And he nods to a man. The man holds the door open, and he says, "You're welcome to come on in. The boss says you're as family to him."
I do not know you should see this. I think maybe you should stay outside, yes?
You sure you want to face this all alone?
Not to mention, what if there's an actual proper fight inside? The last couple of ones have been bad.
We should go with you.
Okay, you can come in. I will bear all. You will see many bodies and many people that are almost dead. You will see people who have been fucked to death. You will see the horrors of opium, the horrors of the sex trade.
The horrors of what?
The Ors of Aldor.
The horrors of Aldor.
I'm pretty
Mon
sure
ami.
it probably created worse in people's minds.
Yes, we both feed.
Maybe we are here to make it different.
All right. So
By all means, if
the
you want to
large-
kill him, I will not complain.
the large
wanna
Indian
kill
East
him.
Indian man. The large East Indian man holds the door open. He's wearing one of those hats they wear, the wrapped hats. I can't remember what they're actually called.
Urban.
Turbans?
Turban, thank you.
Ça s'y go, là, there, bitchal.
We
Da,
should
da.
go in.
Yeah.
Daniel, you're staying right here with me. Grabs him by the collar.
You kidding me?
Daniel,
This
two
looks-
doors over, there's a redhead. She will like you.
Sounds like some proto jazz is going in there. You hear the ladies laughing? I hear them, and he goes off.
Danielle.
She's
grab
literally
him?
going to keep a grip of his collar.
Okay, so you got the roll opposed to it, Danielle.
That's what might.
Salmon and wine has made my life better. I'm just saying.
I want to assist Anna in reining in Daniel.
Yeah.
Why do we want to save Daniel? Is he important? Have we not seen his most
No,
inner
we
side?
have not.
No, we have to.
Oh.
He still has a door to open.
Uh,
You can always
would
knock.
this be might, Justin?
I got 3.
Then that is 3.
Mhm. You got 3 as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. He got a -2, so he goes nowhere. Yeah.
And
Oh,
she's
come on,
just
guys.
gonna.
I'm not 12.
She is just gonna keep a grip of his collar.
Over 2 doors there, Daniel. There's a redhead. She is very nice.
He's staying.
About 74
Right
years
here.
old. She has big tits.
Don't
Sounds like a
encourage
great
him.
plan. That sounds absolutely lovely. You know, I'm not one to knock mummy issues.
She has a pink hat.
Yeah.
She has a pink hat. She wears it very coyly.
Annoying.
Let's try to focus,
All right.
please.
So everyone's going in. Who's not going in?
Not going. Let's make
Yeah.
sure Daniel's under control.
You're just like wrangling him that he doesn't run off in a room. That's all you're doing?
Mhm.
More or less.
Okay.
He can look all he wants, but he's not leaving my side.
When you walk in, you almost expect to walk into like a foyer and that there would be like nice carpet and like a person there watching and like soliciting girls off in some sort of classy manner, but there isn't. You walk into what looks like a warehouse. The warehouse has got smoke almost down to the 6-foot line. It's got people walking around naked, men and women as young as 6 or 7 being used. There's animals braying and chuffing and have people having sex with them. And there's a man who looks like he's fucking a corpse.
That costs extra.
I tripped someone at random just for the sake of tripping them.
Right into the corpse guy. Do it.
Okay.
Give me a stealth.
Oh, I've got stealth. 5.
Oh yeah. Who do you trip and what happens?
I want to trip one of the guys walking around. Just, you know what? One of the guys walking around that's just got a raging heart on. I want to trip him into the corpse guy from behind.
Not only do you do it, but the corpse guy goes, "Woo!" I didn't expect to get a little back tonight. The other guy goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I
Even the
didn't
corpse
mean
quivers
to
a
fall
little
on
bit.
you." My man.
She
I
is
was
stiff.
having my own
She
way.
is stiff. The only one wiggling is the one in the middle.
So I need everybody to do a roll, and we are going to roll discipline because there
This is
is
disturbing.
an extreme amount of disturbing shit going on right now.
Yeah.
Got a 4.
Or
8.
7.
Nice.
Got a 3.
Oh, Anna.
But this is every day for me
gotta-
back then.
You got to hit or beat 4, so you take a 1. 1 social.
I'm just taking
Anna's
a
having a
social
bad day.
beating.
you know what? Actually, I would like to use not a monster because she's not a sexual deviant to help her turn away more.
All
And
right.
bump her up.
You would go past the 4 and thus beat it and not take that social.
Okay. Thank you.
Jack is pretty messed
No.
up. He's in a whole different mindset right now.
So how do you use that? In what way do you use not a monster to help her? Describe that.
As we're kind of going, and I can see her eyes start going, I'm like, keep your eyes low, woman.
You're just like, it's gonna be okay.
I have a name, you know.
Yeah, and eventually I'll learn it.
I'm 800 years old. I've already seen some shit.
Yeah.
I cause stuff worse than this on a nightly basis. I'm good.
So
Actually, it's probably giving you ideas for stuff to do.
as you get past a certain area, there's a bunch of like blankets and pelts and whatnot kind of strung up, and they hang loosely all around. As you pass through them, you hear people saying, "Hi, wait your turn," and stuff like that. But you see young Jean Paul head towards that area. Jean Paul, you know this is like your little den. This is where you kind of hang out and bring people. And you can mostly mind your own business, but you could drag people off that come into that area if you want to. And you did quite frequently. In fact, anybody who wanted someone or something special would often come over there and give you quite a bit of money to acquire that thing for them, that person. You know, and like you were requested people of name that you delivered on if they paid enough money.
That's a $1 bill, boy. Take your hat off.
But that's that back area. You had like young native girls tied back there. You had, you know,
Everything.
yeah, anybody that you felt beautiful, worthy of draining, you would. And you had different people that you just didn't like, tied up, gagged, feet up, head down, with a pair of pressure tongs on their tongue so they couldn't close their mouth completely. And you would just sit there and caress their face and just talk to them and just, you know, about what they did and how they got here. You know,
I think
this
that's gonna
guy
be
is a thief.
thick.
You saw what he did, and now he's yours.
Do not worry about anybody you see here, because after I realized what I've done with Anna, and I realized
Mary.
no, it says Anna.
Does it?
Stop using my
Oui,
name.
oui. Oh, it says Mary too, crossed
Oh.
out.
Oh, you changed the name?
Anna Marie.
Anna Marie.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, everything you see here, everyone's going to die after I realize what has happened to me and that I loved her.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
Not
I know is
exactly
going to die.
everyone.
Everyone I was associated with is going to die.
Yeah. I need you to roll a discipline there, Jean Paul. Because we're heading right into the den, and you are so beyond this person. I need you to roll a conviction to like deal with the fact that you're walking into this room.
Everyone's going to die. Everything's going to die. Friends, family, people who know me down the street. Anyone who associated with me.
Rolls like a -9. He's like, but I don't care.
-9 would be a really bad social he would take.
2 + 5, that's 7.
7? You beat it. You're fine. You steal yourself and steal your mind. But despite all that, despite coming out the top and fine, you still remember that there's a little box underneath the pelts in the corner. Pelts you stole from a native family. There's a little silver box there.
I must see something. I go over and I open the box and examine it.
You remember this box quite fondly, but you also know it's made out of inherited silver that you stole from someone. It hurts to open, but you open it. And in it is a cross. Tonight, you're going to take that and you're going to molest Anna Marie with it and leave it inside her chest cavity. And then you're going to feel so entirely fucked at what you've done, looking at her dead there, that you killed her for fun, that you're going to do all these horrible things to everyone here so they don't know your face. You're going to just kill everyone because they loved her just as you love her. And you killed someone who didn't deserve it because it was fun.
And I loved her at the end.
How about you do all that except her?
Or perhaps it doesn't happen if you take the cross? Maybe?
How bad is the cross burning me right now? Can I wear it?
It doesn't burn you at all. The box burns you, but the cross itself is fine.
kind of hard to peg her with it if it was causing you that much pain.
In fact, when you flip it over, it has a word on the back in French, ami, which means family.
If I take this, he has the bone knives. I never fed like this. I only passively feed. I talk to people. I take very little. My feeding is very light and gentle. He feeds. He feeds and he
Like a
feeds
Mount
and
Gabe?
he kills. If we
Mhm.
do not get the bone knives from him, we will all die.
In fact, you see him in the corner with 2 or 3 people, um, different ethnicities. He's naked with them, and they're laying on him, and he's just whispering in someone's ear, and you can see her eyes almost rolled into the back of her head as he's talking to her, and the other one's listening in just raw awe. And she's just can't believe what's happening to the one girl. And as she kind of moves back, the younger you pulls her closer so she can't leave. And though she struggles, you know what's going to happen. She's next.
Mate, JP,
This monster is so much more stronger than you can imagine.
JP, what if this is your chance to kill that past self for good? Maybe it's symbolic. Maybe there was a small part of you that's been hanging on to this, and this is your chance to close that chapter for good.
I have always wanted to kill the monster inside of me. The biggest monster is the
Maybe-
demon I cannot ever be rid of. It is part of
Maybe
who I am.
this is your chance. Maybe that's what we're here to do.
I
In
do
fact,
not
there's a
think
bit
we
of
can
truth
kill
that
this
rings
man.
to that when she says it.
I do not know if we can kill this man. I do think he's going to kill us all.
I think that we have taken on Denarians, and I think that we can take all you.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
the few
This
things.
man helped run the. After this, I joined the revolution and helped win America free. This was a pivotal time. We will try or we'll die trying.
In about 6 months, you know that's true. They're going to
Come on,
send
Jean Paul Revere. Let's go.
there's going to be the 20,000 ships are going to show up in 6 months.
Come on, JP.
It's worth a try. Worse.
I
than
need some knives.
Uh,
I need someone to give me some knives. All I have is my guns.
Done.
Oh,
bet a
and
gold, I bet a gold coin that that cross is your key.
on the
I put
flip
the cross
side,
onto my jewelry.
on the flip side, you're talking about knives. Volus, you can grab him by the arm and lead him out now, if you want. You're being compelled. There's a very strong want to go to that knife and blacksmith place. And him mentioning that really digs you. You're like, I got a place. We don't have to use powers at all.
Yeah, you know, if we want weapons for this fight, there's that armory down the road, that blacksmith down the road.
Now that's
that
not
we passed
forceful.
on our way here.
No,
What?
it's 2 fate points. You got to grab him by the arm and just drag his ass out.
All right, right. Come with me.
I am going.
Yes,
as they go, I want
I
to
put the
stand
cross
my
on my
ground
jewelry
and,
that I always wear.
So you feel the Volus's strong arm grab you. He's a good friend, so you don't really resist, I'm assuming. And he drags you out of this insane, debaucherous area. And take 2 fate points. Victim 1.
We
Dragging
should
Daniel
burn
with
that
us.
fucking building down. I swear to God.
In fact, it doesn't seem like a bad opening bid.
We should burn that building
Jack's gonna
down with
stay
him
behind.
inside.
So once you get outside, you walk up the street to a place you've been before, JP, and that Volus is dragging you to. It's a blacksmith. It's the Mad Hammer is what it's called.
Oh, I like to give a good hammer.
Yeah. Inside is an actual, honest to God, dwarf, but not in the I'm short sense, in the like ironsmithing, legendary dwarven sense. You had him make your daggers, and JP, you know that, but Volus doesn't know there's a dwarf in there.
I don't know there's a dwarf in there. Did I
Not
see
yet.
it?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to go through the door, which you are about to. You do. Is everyone following? Just out of curiosity.
Yes.
Yes.
Dragging
I
Angel along
stayed
with-
in the den of scum and
Debauchery.
villainy
The den of scum and villainy.
to hurt people.
Perfect. Winter is your name, and you are indeed coming.
Ha, get it? Wah, wah.
That's a
A bit of
plot.
ice all over your face, bitch.
I messed up on opium, and my ability to control the random acts of violence are very slim.
Oh, you'll
Yeah.
fit right in.
Yes.
It's about to get very hot in there.
Getting up in flames tonight, anyways.
So anyway, you get to the Mad Hammer and walk inside, and it smells of phosphorus, just all chemicals and heavy metals being worked on. You're sure it's toxic to regular humans to be in there, but you're not exactly regular humans, are you?
Point.
You can hear it in the back. Tang! 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 Man at work. You can almost see the light flashing off the hammer hitting that anvil. The place on the inside, though it does have a desk, is surrounded with all this beautiful metal armor wrapped in leathers with all these Norse runes on them. The place just glorious with armor and weapons and every form of murder man can know. In fact, there's even gunpowder in there, as well as cannonballs. And there's a sign on the door as you walk through that says, "Under contract to the king."
Under contract to the king.
What would you like to do?
I go to talk to the dwarf.
What's that, Amanda?
I'm gonna drool over the weaponry and the armor.
Okay, and you're going to go to the dwarf, Jean-Paul?
I'm going to talk to the dwarf and say, tonight I kill me. I need the best weaponry to kill Jean Paul.
Hi, laddie. He puts him down. Tang. Laddie, I'm glad you're here. I didn't think you'd be coming back once I gave you what I gave you, but something seems a bit off about you.
I'm here to kill the monster down the road with the brothel.
Can't quite put my finger on it if you mean that metaphorically or if you mean it literally. You kill a man down the
Literally.
road with the brothel? Jean-Paul.
Oui. Jean Paul is
Sure.
going to die tonight. I need something sharp, something long, agile, and two-handed. Two
The sharpest
knives.
thing you have has always been your wit, my man.
The sharpest
You want
what?
something long and sharp like a sword? I've got
Like-
some supposed to go to soldiers to fight, but if you want them, I could do it for you.
Some light daggers, double-sided.
You want 3 so you can go dagger, dagger, dagger?
Oui. And I need some very light armor so I can move quickly.
I think
Something like chainmail, but it feels like nothing.
you're a man of svelte build. I'm pretty sure I have something here for you. Now,
So-
money's not an object, as I recall, so I'm assuming you want something real nice, maybe with some nice furs. And who is it you brought with you? This fairly large fella.
Well, as soon as I walk in, I'm admiring the weapons and armor, but I hear them talking to the blacksmith, and accent is kind of
Not quite Scottish.
off.
Sounds more Irish to you.
Yeah. So I'm admiring the weapons and the armor, and I just comment that these weapons and armor are rival those of the dwarves of Smartelheim.
I may or may not have spent a summer or two there. You know, if we're not going to get too nitty gritty about the details of where I hail from, you know.
I have nothing to say about where I am from. We're also going to need something
I know where
sticky
you're
and
from. You're
flammable
from
and
hell, but
something that explodes.
you need something that explodes. So we got
And
many
sticky
things.
and flammable. Something I could toss but easily light on fire, but it will stay stuck to the wood.
Hmm.
Like a tar that's very flammable.
We have tar.
pitch?
We also have bags of feathers if you need them.
Do you have something that will really make the tar ignite quickly?
Tar takes a while to heat up, my man.
I,
You might if you're looking for something that's
Maybe
gonna,
some lamp oil and some tar mixed together.
I have a bunch of iron nails. I have some gunpowder, and I've got some pipes that we could probably do something with.
I agree with you there, sir. We'll go with some pipe bombs, a 5-minute fuse, a 2-minute fuse, and a 30-minute fuse.
You don't ask for much, do you, today?
That's it. But this big, if you know what I mean.
I
Yeah,
mean,
about
a
this
2-minute fuse. I mean, a stick of TNT ain't too hard to work with. A pipe, some nails. You could always make something work. And in fact, I know TNT hasn't been infected.
And my friends, anything they need, I will put onto my account and I'll
Because
pay
it's
you in
the
gold.
guy who did Nobel who invents TNT. And he's like 1800s. So, but he has sticks of what looks like dwarven make. This is pre Nobel inventing TNT. He has something very similar to TNT. And he says, well, if you come back a bit later, I'll definitely be able to put something together for you that'll do basically that. Now, I don't know too much about the vampire types, whether I don't know if iron really does what you want it to vampire.
Anything sharp and light and strong will do.
Sure.
There's
sure.
many pieces. We just need many pieces of him.
Cold iron doesn't affect a vampire as much as a fairy.
No.
I'm more working with the bothering the fairies more than anything.
I understand. And my friends may also need a few things.
I'll get you some daggers, at least 3 daggers in a few hours. And I'll try and make you some explosives that will at least hamper them. Hamper. Are you literally going to kill yourself, boy? Like, really?
I think it's the best thing to do sometimes is to
Boy, let
kill
me
the true
take you out of
monster.
it. You've done a lot of debaucherous things, but there's no way you can't come back from it, my laddie. Listen, you have to learn to forgive yourself. You got to look inside yourself and choose to make a difference. The only change you can see is the change inside. Boy, don't go killing yourself. I know you've done a lot of wrong, but we've all lived long lives.
I could not agree more. And I have found
This
I have
coming
found
from-
God. I have found greatness. But I have never really faced myself inside.
And I appreciate your forwardness with it, but maybe you should talk to that girl, Anna Marie. She's sweet on you in ways that I don't think you're aware of.
Yes, I will never love anyone as much as I love Anna Marie.
Aye. You know, she was here today looking to buy you a gift.
No, yes, she got me a new knife, did she?
Aye.
With
Well,
those-
I probably shouldn't tell you because it's a gift, but between you and I, it's a new dagger. I was hoping she'd give it to you and you'd decide never to use it, but who am I to tell you?
Okay, we will be back to pick up those daggers as soon as they are ready.
And your explosives.
And my sticks of boom.
Aye. They're fey make, but when they go, they go.
As long as it goes
Nothing
as
like
good as the
getting
Chinese sticks go, we will be happy.
It's nothing like getting wind up your arse in a way like that, let me tell you.
JP is gonna call Denzel Washington on himself. Man on fire.
Anyway, he says, I beg you to reconsider, but I'll get right to your work.
Thank you, guys, good sir. We will be back within the hour.
And young man, is there anything else I can do for you over there? He says to Volus.
When you hear the screaming, do not come. You just stay clear.
Do you have anything worthy of a father of the extension of the Allfather?
Oh, I love the Allfather. Good old One Eye. It's been a thing I aspire to. And he walks over. He brings out 3 long cases, and he puts them on the table. And then he shakes his head, and he takes one of them, and he puts them back. This black one with silver etching he puts away. And he takes the 2 wooden cases, and he opens them up and goes, both of these are absolutely amazing weapons. Things of pure beauty. I call this one Sheila, and I call this one Helga. And I tell you what, both Sheila and Helga will do a man in like you wouldn't believe. Go pierce him right to the heart if you can get my meaning.
With all due respect, good Smith, what's the third?
I don't think he has the funding for such a thing. I mean, a man of special interest, if you have the coin, I'd like to see it first.
Lydia, do I have the coin?
You can roll resources.
Sure.
Roll
for it.
resources.
Maybe you don't have any
I
of
more
those
likely
golden
have a bag of
jewels.
gold coins on me than anyone.
I was gonna say, just watch it pile up on the counter.
Resources. Wait, I have +1 to finances. Does that help?
You can use that to add +2 to your roll.
Okay, then I got 5.
And now you can erase that.
Um,
So you reach in and remember that you were doing quite well before all this madness happened, and you have money. And shouldn't you have money, you think for a second, and you pull out what looks like a bag of platinum. And you put it on the table, open it up on his little studious bench, and he goes, "Oh, laddie, you should have said that to start out with." And he takes out the sword, and he uses it to close both boxes and sits it on top of them. And he goes, "I call this Fenrir, the tooth of the wolf." And he opens it up. And it is this absolutely gorgeous white steel, pure white, almost ebony, ivory in its look. Ebony's black, ivory in its look. It comes down to what looks like a wolf's head as
Pommel.
the hilt of it all, and it is just beautiful runes etched into it. You can read all of it. It's the story of Fenrir that he's etched into it.
Wasn't it
Just the sword of show.
Is it an axe or a sword?
The sword.
Sword. Okay.
Yeah, it is a beautiful sword. It is just a little longer than the sword of Lothbrok, which you had before. Whereas the sword of Lothbrok was an old ancient sword with no heraldry on it. Just the fact that you knew where you got it from. This is just full of like heraldry and imagery of like Odin and symbols of like the different tribes. And in fact, the symbol of the tribe that you are from is actually one of the symbols on it. You recognize that symbol. And he goes,
Volis,
for a man of your status, with I think a weapon like this is very light, very well balanced. It's
I
pieces.
I pick it up, give it a few twirls, swish it around a few times.
Yep. It moves gracefully. It almost feels like a pure extension of self. You feel like only the man with enough money to own this weapon wouldn't be able to use it. Right? This is so perfect. But it's the kind of toy that only a rich man would buy and put on his wall. Right? But in your hands, it's pure death.
This weapon is truly an honor to your ancestors.
Yes. I also need you to roll we're going to pick a thing because I remember to make people roll things. Empathy.
Empathy?
Oh, I have that.
Yeah, you can roll it too, Bob. Your JP's right there. So
I rolled a 0, but I have a +1 to empathy.
Ooh, -2 plus
So 1.
0.
okay. Jean-Paul, looking at what he's doing, you can definitely see there's a connection that Volus is making to this. And you can see that this dwarf doesn't really want to sell him this, but there's enough money on the table that it's worth it. You feel sad, Volus. You know when you leave here, this is going to disappear. It is
Volis,
a tragedy.
when you wake up, I think we should search for this sword. Imagine if you had some of your engravings on top of everything that is here, what you could do to this weapon. When we return, you should definitely find this weapon again.
Hey, I'm alive. Sorry, that
Hey.
went long.
Hey.
So yeah, you are filled with ennui knowing that this might be the only time you get to use such weapon.
I used the weapon.
Alfred busts through the door, grabs the sword, runs out with it.
I'm dual wheel. I'm double fisting swords.
Woo!
There is Leo, always trying to double fist something.
Wild card,
You gotta
bitches.
get in there,
Yeah.
right? One second, I did it wrong.
It is okay. He's an immigrant. We're going to pay for the sword.
Why does everyone say victim 1, 2, and 3?
You missed it. There was 4 and 6 before, or 4 and 5, I guess I should say.
Well, I see 6. Right?
I'm number 1.
You are number 1. John Paul's still John Paul.
Someone
He
changed,
changed
their
it
name.
himself.
Oh, apparently I'm a new body. Okay.
Yes. So, Alfred walked through the door. They went and seen Jean Paul's torrid past, the horrible things he was a part of, the skin brothel that he was running, quite literally down to the literal meaning. And now they're off buying weapons from a blacksmith who turned out to be a dwarf. So,
Is he surly?
he's definitely talking to Jean Paul about suicide and trying to tell Jean Paul not to kill himself.
Well, John Paul shouldn't kill himself.
Oh no, mon ami, this man needs to die.
And you walk into the blacksmith, the Mad Hammer, and see them. It's Volus. Are you there as well, Anna?
Anna would probably be just standing outside of the shop, keeping a
Daniel?
hand on Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel got through the door, so.
And if there's something you need from the shop, now's the time, anyone.
Yeah.
Leo,
So-
we're in a dwarf's armory / blacksmith shop.
Yeah,
So
there's
there's something you
literally
need.
everything here.
Something's about to bad, really bad is about to happen, and you're going to need something shiny to protect your skin.
In fact, Alfred, seeing this dwarf's armory, the armor and everything, it is you're abundantly aware that he's like building weapons for the king right now.
Okay.
What he's doing, right? He's not arming America. He's ready to sell to the king.
Right.
And
Well-
there's literally, you're like, if this place still exists, possibly in New York City, he's probably got every magical item under the sun built by this point in the modern era.
Okay.
It is a truly astonishing warehouse of weaponry he has here.
So
Meta
am I
question.
supposed to like grab a weapon? Because I have my green destiny, do I not?
Yeah. Right now, Volus is talking to the dwarf about this Norse handcrafted ivory sword, this absolutely beautiful thing called Fenrir's tooth. So,
Meta question.
meta answer.
If I've been to these places now in these dreams, when I'm awake, can I go there with the axe?
Maybe.
Because it won't look the same at
It
all.
won't be the same, yeah. We're talking the place that's 300 years ago.
Okay, that's fair.
350 years ago.
Dwarves don't like change, though.
No, the Mad Hammer might still exist.
It just might be in the
Besides,
exact
like,
same
the
spot,
bean
just
scene and,
everything looks different.
And like Joe's shoes, you have like the hammer shop.
Yeah.
The hammer shop. It fits right in New York.
In Domino's Pizza, Starbucks, the Mad Hammer, you
The
know,
bean
like,
scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time to get hammered. Oui,
Yeah.
oui.
It's now
It's
called the Angry
hammer
Mallet.
time.
yeah, the Angry Mallet.
The
Mallets and
happy
mallets.
anvil.
Stop. Hammer.
They call us little people now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
We're
not call
called
him a little
dwarves anymore.
person.
We're called leprechauns because apparently people are racist.
Racist.
There are a bunch of racist people here. There's nothing you can do
Racist.
about it in New York City. But anyway, so you are there now, Alfred, and you see what's going on. Before we go forward with Alfred adding or changing anything, Volus, are you going to buy the sword or are you going to leave it?
So if I buy this sword, am I losing my finance add-on for when I'm awake?
You don't know.
It is a
Okay,
dream.
I'm not giving up the opportunity to use this weapon even for a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's only money. We will find
Right.
more.
You have the sword. Ba, 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 ba.
This
For purposes of this dream, you can add +2 to weapons while using this.
this weapon will be used with honor.
Mhm. It is a temporary aspect called Fenrir's Fang.
Long and shiny.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Fenrir's Fang. I think that sounds the coolest.
Oh, I like it. I think it has 2 sharp sides. Yes.
Mhm.
I
All
think you
right.
can shave.
So, Alfred, you see
Yes.
him buy this absolutely gorgeous sword. What would you like to do?
Well, I have my sword and I'm a monk, so I don't wear armor, but I
Hmm.
do appreciate nice swords. So I'm going to go over there and look at that very, very nice sword and ponder if I want it or not, just for shits and giggles.
There are a rack of swords that look like some of them are like kind of curved like falchions. Some of them look like they go on bayonets.
Okay.
Some of them look like daggers that he's kind of prepared, like boot daggers and stuff like that. You see all around this room, all sorts of stuff. There's candles everywhere lighting up the room, and the room it smells pungent, like it smells like phosphorus and different sort of metals that he's worked on. And like I told everyone earlier, you feel like this being in this room might be poisonous, but he's clearly unaffected by it. Axes, what looks like helmets, there's breastplates, there's all sorts of stuff. There's every manner of weaponry he's built with pristine craftsmanship.
This is the
Okay.
best of the best.
In fact, there's even little baubles there that he's made. There's little rune stones with symbols on them and stuff.
Bobbleheads?
No, rune stones, necklaces, little metal things he's made.
Are those the runestones that have other effects? Yes.
No,
Or are
they're
they just pretty bubbles?
they're just for looks. But I mean, if you believe in them, put them under your pillow and dream about them. They might do a thing. Who knows?
We. I'll go outside and I will let you prepare my knives.
Absolutely, my friend.
And I'll take my light armor. Thank you.
Not the armor is not prepared for you. The 3 daggers and the armor will be prepared at the same time.
Okay, thank you.
Am I still wearing the armor that I fell asleep in?
No, your clothes have been changed a bunch of times. Do you have an armor value?
Well, I have the armor that I got in the real world while I was in Germany.
Which gives you a +1 or a +2 to armor?
Where the hell do I have that written? I have that written down.
Armor will either have a value of 1 or 2. And when it comes to deciding the damage and the difference, that's when you would
Armor
add the
1.
armor. Just a 1? Okay.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind when doing combat, because that could be the difference in a shift.
Okay.
All right.
Anybody else need anything? This is the time.
Yes. It'll be 3 hours. He said.
Don't really know how to fight very well, so I'll just pass.
You don't want something pokey? You just put one
Armor.
side on someone?
I can punch people. That's
You
about
want
it.
some brass knuckles then? Spike knuckles, special knuckles, gold knuckles, silver knuckles.
Armor yourself.
Now is the time. You will never find better. I'm telling you.
I
This is the
don't.
la creme.
I don't have currency. I never do.
Oh, I have an account. It is okay. Long as you do not ask for platinum, something silly, I have an account. I literally run the sex trade down the street.
All money works on the resource roll. You roll your resources, and if you have enough, you can buy it. That's how money works in Dresden files.
Here's your money.
That's your money, yeah.
Oui, oui.
I
Say I was transferred to
suppose.
my account, and then you just roll for it. And
I guess some sort of protection might be useful. I'm sort of not exactly at full power at the moment.
so you want
Lightweight
like
protection. Something will still let you move.
spike knuckles and a light vest.
I suppose that works.
My good dwarf. Do you have something that can make her fist a little bit more safe and pointy, and something light that will not weigh her down?
Sure, I could put something together.
Thank you.
He asks you to come over and measures you out ever so carefully.
You better roll to see if you're going to get this.
He gets a -1. It's going to fit terribly,
Ugh.
but it'll work.
All right.
All right. So he promises he'll have that ready in the 3 hours as well. It's about that time that who's outside right now? Who's outside the Mad Hammer? Is
Jordan's outside.
Maria? No, Jordan's at the opium den.
Yeah.
Gidea's inside. She's still drooling.
Okay. So everyone's inside. You hear what sounds like people being jostled outside. Horses, people angrily trying to resist. Hey, cut it out! Stop that! You know, things like
I'm
that.
just gonna poke her head out and take a
Oh,
look.
let's go ahead in a fight. This should be interesting. Can I run outside?
No, we should probably not fuck with things.
Oh, you'd think not too much.
You walk outside. There's people snapping. No.
Told you people we need to watch out for the gangs of New York.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie.
You okay?
But there's a bunch of people dressed rather dapper, top hat, looking real rough, pushing people down, taking whatever they want from the people they're bullying, taking money. They sound as if they have more of a British sort of accent.
Who
than
the
the
hell are
rest.
those assholes?
And they've got really nice red jackets. You would assume that they are the tax collectors from the British people, and they're demanding their fealties.
I've been around in this area during this time, so this is all new to me.
Mm-hmm.
They
These guys are assholes. I'm just trying to say we should.
yes,
Don't think that starting more trouble before we start trouble is going to be a good idea.
yes.
I would
They,
agree
think
with
it's a
you
great
on
idea.
that.
if you wait,
There is a coffee shop up the road.
collect their money, they knock over a couple of stands and head off down the road away from the water. You see a couple
Hey.
people, you know, exasperated about what's going on, resetting up their stands, picking up their stuff.
Anna will go help one of the people reset their
me
stand.
too. Gonna go
There's
help
nothing
them
you can
set-
do about it. These people, they're the British. We got to get rid of them. They've been pushing and pushing, talking and talking. George Washington's fighting out west. It's
4:30,
silly.
5:30, 6:30.
What are you doing?
I gotta pay my mechanic. Sorry, I forgot. He texted me.
Doing some math for real life.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, where was I? Yeah, he's very upset, a little disheveled from having his little booths knocked over in this agora here. And
You're in New York, right?
hey, you're right in New York. You're downtown New York. You're right by the Hudson, not the Hudson Bay, Manhattan Bay, that area, where eventually the Statue of Liberty will be set up.
You know, it would be a real shame if someone tried to stick it to the English by like throwing tea in the harbor or something.
Yes, some sort of Boston type tea party.
Well, yeah. Where do the ships of like their tea come in?
Here,
Is that
that's
that
the-
here
these are
or-
the ports. These are the ports that things come in. This is where it's going to happen.
okay? So what about Boston?
What about Boston and the cost of it? And what was lost in it? I'm not quoting Hamilton. You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Can we? Here's a question: can we just not fill in the harbor so there is no Boston Tea Party?
we
do
want
all
there to be
sorts
a
of
Boston
stuff.
Tea Party.
I don't want there to be a Boston Tea Party. I'm a loyalist.
Hi-oh. Things are
We
getting
want
real.
there to be a Boston Tea Party because we need the Americans to be full of themselves for the next 300 years.
Oh yeah, and then cause the downfall of democracy, so China can mock them for the rest of life. Is
But
this
we
what
need
you
them to
want
defeat the
democracy to be?
Nazis.
Yeah, what are you going to do about the Nazis?
The Russians
Join
will
them?
beat the Nazis. That's who
The
beat
Russians
the Nazis.
can't
The
beat the
Russians.
Nazis. The Russians can't feed their own people.
The Russians defeated the Nazis after they realized they were going to lose to the Americans. They were like, and switch teams.
I'm
Where's
sorry.
Victim 3?
Oh, Victim 3 is Jordan, and he is missing.
Yes.
He's gone to get Courtney probably,
Oh, okay.
or he's gone to
Oh,
get
right.
Odin ready to go get Courtney.
All right. So
See,
You
see
have-
the French are really good at about facing and running. The Russians are good at about facing on their morals.
it's true. It's all true.
Yeah.
It's Russians.
Historically, for any French or Russian people that are currently watching this video,
Or playing a Russian in the game.
Why don't you just keep going and insulting everyone?
Yeah, exactly.
okay,
And those Asians, they'll just bomb any bay they feel like.
You're assuming Asians can afford bombs. We really can't.
no, so you fly your own fucking planes into them.
Yeah.
Wrong Asians.
Wrong Asians, man.
We're talking about this one, not this one.
Asshole.
Little too much. I'll back that up. Can we rewind?
You need to take that down at least 30%.
Yeah, take it down
And-
20% there, Squirrely Dad.
Yeah. All right. You have 3 hours for these weapons to be done. You know that the young JP will remain in that area until Anna Marie appears. What is it you wanted to do for the 3 hours?
I want to get some lamp oil and I want to paint that building.
IRL, I have to excuse myself for a moment too, so I'll be right back. I can't.
Okay. Well,
I
while
sent you
everyone's
a
excusing
message,
themselves,
Justin,
I'm
as to
grabbing
what
a
I'd be
drink.
doing.
You guys think about what you want to do for this big attack on young JP, a well-fed JP.
This is a good time to have, you say, a nature break, yes?
Yeah.
A little tinkle. A little squatty squat.
So did you see what I sent you, Justin?
Justin is gone. He is going pee-pee.
Oh well, shit.
Did you send me a thing?
No, PPE.
Tee-hee.
I sent you a message on the Facebook as to what Jack will be doing.
Okay. I am now checking the Book of Faces.
I hope he is freebasing.
I feel like Anna
he's
needs a
inventing
second
math.
pair of eyes to
He's inventing
babysit more
math.
people.
Drugs are so good and pure then I don't know if it would sell. Makes your teeth fall out.
But it gives you energy for days.
So
Literally.
Leo,
Maybe
we're
for
going to be
other
fighting
people.
me, but like a very, very well-fed version of me. A person who feeds all the time.
I don't know if I can fight my friends.
Oh, he is not your friend. He is not my friend. He is not no one's friend. He is a monster.
But he's you.
Yes, and I'm going to kill him.
Doesn't that seem a bit
He's
much?
he's permanently putting his past behind him. It's a symbolic kill.
It's a symbolic kill of the monster inside, yes.
Okay, question number 2. Who's the British person?
I can't hear you. Your microphone.
I am
Yeah.
Anna, and I'm using this accent because apparently my other one is not so popular here.
No, I don't think that's historically correct. I mean,
The Prussians.
everyone liked the British back then. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, there's plenty of immigrants in New York then, and
Mhm.
the Germans weren't no one's enemy yet. They haven't
No.
done the things they've done, so it's pretty far off. The
It
Irish
wasn't a
people
German
entered-
accent, it was a Russian accent.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, the
nothing wrong with
Russians.
the Russian
The
accent.
Russians
Same
got the
thing.
more fights with the.
You're not Irish. No one hates you in New York.
Yeah, the Shiners.
I
Yeah, the
mean-
Shiners are great. They were hated in Canada too.
Yeah, bite. me.
Irish are hated by all. They're the mud
Hey,
people.
hey, at least your people didn't have to pay a head tax and got to do the dangerous jobs because we were nimble and small.
You
The
had
Irish had to
steady
sign up for that
hands.
too. The Irish worked in the railroads. What are you talking about?
Talking about. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the Irish were equally slaves. We were picked up and made as slaves.
Yeah.
Rescue mommy.
Fucking serfs.
Yep.
They're mud people. They're garbage people.
But then we slept with everybody. We outbred everybody.
Yeah,
There's
just,
more Irish. In
everyone likes a little Irish in them, if you know what I mean. If
I
you're
don't.
like super Irish, you're like, ooh, Irish.
Oh, I'll be a little Irish today.
Hi.
You got a little Irish in you? Would you like some?
Everyone's a little bit Irish today.
Yep.
Would you like some Irish cream? I have plenty.
Oh,
Ah,
Hello.
hey, kid.
hey
Oh, look.
Odin.
Did you make that with your special sauce?
Hey Jay, are you good for tomorrow?
Did you make that with your baby juice? Yes.
Oh, I'm as good.
I was involved for a few minutes.
Pardon?
Oh, cute. That can't be yours.
You can say hi.
Hi, Odin.
So cute.
Big wave. Oh no, he's shy.
Sleepy bean.
Play shy tonight.
Way too late for that BS. I'm going
Hi.
Yeah, Brandon, what an ass. I'll never
That's
play
about
D&D
terrifying.
after that. What, he's gonna,
That was the thing of nightmares, Pokey.
Yeah.
in 10 years'
That's
time, he's
okay,
gonna be
okay.
like,
You
Dad,
guys.
in 10 years' time, he's gonna be like, Dad, remember that time you woke me up to pick up Mom? But who was that strange
tired.
face that just showed up on your phone? That was screwed up.
It just stays with me.
Yes.
Yes.
Our games. It's like we're all adults with responsibilities.
Oh shit! I got to pay
Speak
my
for
mortgage.
yourself.
My mortgage bounced the other day. My bank was my bank decided to give me an overdraft on my overdraft to cover my mortgage for me.
Oh, how
I
kind
put my
of them.
money. I put the money in a line credit, not in the checkings account.
Oh, that's a bad mistake.
They sent me a text going, "You had a payment go through, and you didn't have enough money, so we gave you an extended overdraft. You're welcome." I'm like, "Thank you."
Somehow this is going to bite me in the ass, and I just know it.
I'm sure there's gonna be a fee for that because I went through I'm only allowed negative 500 and I went negative 1300.
So here's the thing. Why don't you pay a thing where there's no like overdraft fees?
No
Oh, like
overdraft
change your
fees.
account?
Yeah, like change your account. I don't know. Like RBC has like a VIP banking package or whatnot. That if you go to overdraft, there's no overdraft fee. There's just the interest charge.
That's the only fee I pay though on my account. The only fees I have is overdraft fees. I don't have anything else.
And you're normally fine, right?
I'm normally usually I put the money into the right account, but I got emailed my check for the first time, so I fucked it all up.
Yeah, that happens.
I put in the hole that's deepest, and then my negative $125,000 debit. It's like, oh, I'm gonna put money in there. I'm gonna try to make that go away. It's only $125,000 debit.
You buy a house for that.
You can't. You might be able to buy a shitty trailer for that.
Buy Winnebago, live in it.
Yeah, exactly. Might buy a Winnebago with 3 tires. Like,
Yeah. Do you like
this is
me? and live in
Kelowna.
an RV?
$125,000 is a coke habit.
Oh man, I was just talking to this. I think he was native. This guy named Ralph, and he was
He's like,
talking
"Hey
about
there."
through the course of the 50 years he's been in the trades. He says he spent $1 million. He did the math. $1 million on cocaine and liquor.
Oh my
I believe that.
God.
Especially you start buying for
Wow.
parties or buying for the room.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can
Easily.
get an ounce of blow. Why? Why not? Who wants to do blow?
Yeah.
I got an ounce. Come on over.
You know what?
We'll party.
I just made $100,000. Let's start buying by the pound. I am the party.
Yeah, I used to have a bowl full of ecstasy and coke on my living room table when I was young. I invite people
You're just
over.
being the party. You were being the party.
Yeah, and then I had like 2 flats of beer. Like, come over, or I'm gonna do them all. And I start taking like this. People like, no, don't do that. So they start taking it. So I wouldn't take them all.
What is
My eyes
it?
are like this.
I've got all of the friends so long as I'm buying. I
I
think
had hair then, and it used to stand on end for some strange reason.
So
wonder-
did
I don't even
Justin's.
want to know what I spent on partying as when I was younger, but it was enough.
it's pure
Justin's
madness.
hair used to defy gravity.
It still
when it was
does.
shorter.
I use a
It
lot of
still kinda
product. to make
does.
it on.
Yeah.
Oh,
good hair, I'm
pretty. Yeah, pretty hair.
Justin,
See the
you still
length
want
of the
the
hair.
wings tomorrow?
Yeah, like I said.
I couldn't hear you.
You
Bob
asked-
started talking, and then I'm just like, "What, Bob? Shut up."
Leo, you ask every single day.
Yes, Leo.
Still
we will
good
have
for
wings with
Wednesday.
you.
We are still your friends, Leo.
We're gonna just not go
Are
to
you-
spite now.
Okay. I still got to give you your game. That too. I tried to
Oh,
drop
the Mega
it off.
Man game. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. I got the Switch. I have it downstairs. I have it like right here.
$1,000 and he's never played it, not once.
Oh, I've beaten like 2 or 3 games, but I really should keep. I should keep gaming.
$1,000.
Oh yeah.
Get $1,000 for that thing?
The Switch is not for kids. It's a lie. It was like $500 for the game and a system, and then a bunch of digital games, and then another hard drive expansion. By the time I was done, I was talking to Paulina about it, and because her kids want one.
The harvester.
The organ harvester. Oh, Paulina.
Yeah, a pretty girl's like, I want to learn about nerd games and like do the things you do. That's not a real human.
Yeah,
she'll like, I'm into the stuff you're into. Teach me all about it.
Yeah. She straight up messaged me and said, I want to learn about Dungeons and Dragons. Will you teach me, Poppy?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Which I said,
she's definitely gonna like steal your heart or liver, maybe a kidney. You wake up with a bathtub full of ice.
Yeah.
Come here, you get a handful.
That shit doesn't
of
happen in
D's
real life.
and
It's like, I like the things you're into. I'm also a nice person. No.
So
yeah, I brought her over the other day. She's an interesting gal, that's for sure.
I'll give you a good 6-inch D to roll.
Yeah, she's trying to become my girlfriend, desperately so.
Oh, Muffin, you got pretty hair and girls like me. They won't do my nerd stuff.
Bob, you're married, man. Obviously,
You
someone
barely. I haven't seen that bitch in years. Fuck.
Legally,
Getting an innie from an Audi. I might as well have a vagina. It's been so long. Just slowly getting smaller.
Anymore.
So, as I was saying, Bob, you're married. Someone there obviously likes you enough.
Yeah, you have to fly for that shit.
I'd like to
worth
say
it.
that's a false idea when it comes to marriage. I'm sorry, Amanda, if I'm ruining any kind of honeymoon like position you're in right now in yours.
You learn to love each other many times over the years.
I'm also a little jaded at the moment.
I could point out from my perspective, it's okay when you marry the right person.
Yeah,
you're the right person,
saying that before your wife gets in the car and gets pissed at you for having your phone on and playing your game while picking her up again.
You're not supposed to do that?
Once a week.
Just make sure you tell her I say hi.
Hi, Mom. You're the best mom ever, Flynn. Come out and play.
Well, when I actually get her in the car,
That's
Wow.
And Jack is dead. Jack is dead.
Jack, you need to pay your internet bill.
While we get home, and I'll be back.
But for now, find Jack OD'd on opium. I guess you can send a feather.
He's definitely in slow motion.
Your sound is fucking up there, Jordan.
I like
leave
you
him in an opium den.
oh
Right.
my god.
So, we're going to say at least an hour has gone by. You're wandering the city. Is there anything your characters want to do wandering the city? Go places, see sights, possibly.
You want to go see where the cannons shoot down the ship?
How do you want to burn the next 2 hours?
Sorry, what year is this?
1779.
When did America become a country?
1779, September 29th.
Is this
6
before?
months.
This is summer. This
I
mad
kill
turmoil.
Washington?
Things are about to go fucking crazy.
Can I kill Washington?
Oh
He's
my god,
off
you asked this
in-
last time.
What is he? Trying to remember where
Delaware.
Washington is right now.
It would
No,
reset
he's in Delaware.
everything, so no.
Also, Leo,
Mountains,
get back in the
probably in
tunnel.
Mount Vernon somewhere, forcing slaves to pick cotton. Is what he does. Like realistically, that's
Oh yeah, that's
probably
his
what he's doing.
business.
The best thing you can do for the revolution is return to Mount Vernon. But yeah,
Anna would like to ask the group if they could maybe try to get some of the innocent people out of the den before it gets burned.
Oh no, everybody dies.
We were just in there. I don't see any innocent people.
And
well, I mean, I'm sure the
The victims.
the
Yeah, there's a lot
victims,
of
they're going to be
victims.
so damaged, they might as well be gone.
I claim the corpse as innocent person.
I go buy lamp oil to paint the building.
Yep, you easily find a bunch of whale fat oil for lamps, and yeah.
I just start whipping it on the roof.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to say you are wise enough to know you don't want to alert yourself to yourself's plan, right?
But
you
I mean,
know that right now you are in the den, but you do have security.
and
So
it would drip and leak through. It's not like a waterproof building
you
either.
do have security there, a couple
Good
of
security.
guys, a few pikeys, guys you brought from Romania. There are people that are there that protect the place, right? You were invited in the first time by your dream self, right?
Right, yeah, no, and it's gonna be smelly too. It's not
Yeah.
I think it's something clean and wet, not something smelly.
You could definitely like
Leave
strategize
barrels.
places you put oil or barrels or whatever, and you look like yourself. So there's a good chance you character-wise that you can just tell people to do things if they ask questions, because they're in your dream going to think you are you. Right?
Cleansing by fire sounds so much better, yes. Yeah, I just direct people to put barrels closer to the den where I am and near all the exits.
Your teammates?
Not my teammates, but my NPCs.
Oh, like the people who work for you.
My staff.
All right. So when you go around, you find the pikey. And he goes, "I'm gonna get you."
I need you to put these barrels by the exit and two by the north end.
I can get to the business and get him up and send him. I do it to him, boss. And he goes off and does it. He grabs a couple of barrels, moves them around.
Are you trying to envision yourself as Brad Pitt there?
I was gonna say,
I do not know what movie you're talking about at all.
it's the pikey. It's the pikey
Ah, Mikey. Okay.
from Snatch.
Yeah. He's
That's
talking about
actually
the
a good
blade axe,
character.
man.
He just talks straight up gibberish, fluent gibberish. But anyway, so the
Gotta get
pikey,
a caravan.
Gotta give me a caravan for me, ma.
yeah, that's see him. Ma, over here, ma. You gotta see what's his gun.
Yeah, get a caravan.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
That's a place to be. It's a place to be.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Look, a dag.
We're gonna die.
So
I need new
the,
dice.
so the drunk Romanian
Oh,
moves
good
all
back.
that
I'll
stuff
put-
around, rolls a couple barrels, spills a little bit as he's going. Gets barrels of oil is what we're going for. Barrels. Of oil.
Barrels.
All right. I
Barrels
need
of
you
oil.
to roll a resources again for me, just to make sure that you can buy something like that. Got to beat a 2 on resources.
I don't have resources, so yeah, it's just a draw roll. Not present. 2.
Exactly a 2. Sounds like a lie, but I'll give it to you.
Oh, look at that. I got -1 plus whatever you want to see. I'll fucking show you.
You
my
better be
fucking
wearing
dice.
pants.
You better be wearing pants. Oh, look, it's a dick. Hey, look at Canadian dollar bill. Hey, cool. Wait, is that my money?
Yes. I'm gonna spend it though.
Nice. All right. You have enough money to buy the barrels to set them up. You put them in strategic locations that you think could possibly collapse the building. You know that as the night goes on and things get worse, Anna's going to show up and it's just going to get vile from there.
Hmm.
Can we maybe stop her from going in?
I do not think so. This is history.
Can I at least try?
Daniel says, aren't we going to try and do this before she would even show up?
I would
Is
hope
that kind
so.
of the plan?
Yeah, the plan is to kill me, so I think we should concentrate on that, and hopefully Anna is not there when we show up because we have 2
No,
hours to burn.
You could try and convince her to kill him.
Says
Can
Daniel.
we time lapse and go get the equipment and get this on?
Yes. I was waiting for some sort of plan to coalesce, and then you go there.
Ah, you know who
The
we
plan
are?
is to light the building on fire, go inside, and stab me many times.
Perfect. All right. So the 3 hours goes by, getting the barrels, setting them up. You return to the Mad Hammer, and Daniel's there, and he sees you, and he goes, "Hey, look! I bought a sword. I think we're gonna do something pretty impressive today." You go into the Mad Hammer, and the dwarf is there, and he looks pretty excited. He says, "You're going to love what I've done for you," and he takes this wolf pelt and he unrolls it, and there are 3 absolutely gorgeous daggers, and they have a lot of like French writing on them, Viva la Revolution, stuff like that written on it. Just absolutely gorgeous filigree as well, like a lot of gold in it. And
This one's Keely, this one's Philly, and this one's Dory.
yeah, Dory, Ori, and Nori. But anyway, he says, I think I've outdone myself. For sure.
I will. I'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes max.
Okay,
Hey,
bye.
Oui.
So he says, I think I've outdone myself with that. And as for armor, I believe that this is very light, shouldn't bind, and should resist most stabs. Most.
Thank
I
you.
have to say, this is the best I think you have ever done for me, and I've been coming here since I was a very young man.
Well, you know, I just hope that you do good to yourself. You know, I don't
I-
want to give this to you to find you, pincushion to buy it.
No, no more to me. This is going to help me find healing.
Did you think about what I said to you about, giving yourself a chance? About talking
I,
to
I have. I've been talking to Jesus, and I believe that
I'm
this will
not-
help me succeed in what I need to do.
I'm not one to prescribe to the Christian types of gods, but if that's what's working for you, laddie, I say you stick with it. You reach for your inner self and what you think would help you.
This sounds like something like Loki would do.
Yeah.
Knife behind me, knife beside
And
me,
so
knife
this will
beside
give
me.
you an armor 1, is what that gives you.
Yeah, it's just light.
Yeah, it's the light armor. And then for Anna, he goes, I've also got what would look like ladies' gauntlet. It sits very soft on your hand, but when you close your hand, it becomes an enforced bracer.
Oh,
So when you
thank you.
when you strike a person with it, it'll do some damage. Now, I wasn't sure if you wanted silver or iron. So there's a little bit of silver, a little bit of iron in it. Yeah, they don't really mesh well, so they're kind of twined together. But you can see there's a few gems I've put into it. It's a nice piece. I think I spent more time on this than I spent on all 3 JP's knives.
Well, thank you very much. And
I
she'll
think when we
lean
wake up-
down and give him a kiss on the forehead.
Oh, bless me, rotten heart. You are quite the lass. Thank you. But I want
We should
money.
come here when we're awake.
But I want money.
You want money? I want money.
JP was going to take care of it.
I give him, yeah, it's on my account. However many gold coins it takes, it is
Yeah,
paid.
you will make it with your resources. I think you've got like a 2 in resources normally or something like that.
I just have like gems and necklaces and stuff
I know,
like that.
but your resource stat, do you not have that at like a 2 or something, or a 1?
I don't even know where that stat. Those skills.
You should at some point have gotten resource as a stat. If you haven't, it's fine. But yeah.
Not that I know off the top of my head. I just know I have resources.
Yes. All right. Anyway, so JP puts the money down for all of that, and you have that. You can add that item to your stuff, which would be inherited silver iron gauntlet.
And you just punch him in the nose with it.
Yeah.
Right in the fucking beak.
And
Yeah.
And the
the
kisser.
armor gives the +1.
And the armor is a +1 as well. Yes.
So how does that work with armor? So when I'm taking attack, I get.
So when you roll and it comes to whoever has if someone has over you, like they win in the end, the
Mhm.
difference saves 2. That's when you would add your armor, because even though you lost, it's no longer a shift. It's only a difference of 1 now. So the armor is only applied on the win-lose status,
Okay.
right?
So if that's something that's can balance the scale just before you lose.
Yeah. So it's
Maybe.
yeah. So that's how armor works in this setting in Fate. So I think it's weird, but whatever. So all right, armor. You have the same sort of armor JP has for this case. It is the same sort of almost like thinly sewn together. Like it's not Kevlar because it's not silk. It looks like he used some sort of metal fibers to make it. It's a shirt, and it fits reasonably well on you. I can't remember if your character's super busty or not, but it doesn't fit right. That's
Yeah,
the truth of it.
she's She's small, so it probably.
I remember there was an issue of spitting through a window at one point.
Could be dead ass.
Could be that ass.
Could be dead ass.
So anyway, so you have that. And yeah.
Junk in the trunk.
All right. How do you want to siege the den of depravity?
Oh, I asked for Kevin to come alive.
Molotovs.
So you take out Kevin and you hear, "Hey, I'm definitely. What are you near you?"
Kevin, you were inside with me. I want to know what is the best way to go inside without being noticed.
I could. Dream stick.
Does anybody
gotta
here have
love
any-
it.
I need some pie. Does anyone here have some pie? I need some pie. I'm in desperate need of pie. Anyone? Anyone have some pie?
What if I magically find pie?
There is an agora right around the corner. People selling fruits and pies and everything.
Okay, I go buy some pie.
Come back with pie.
I take my cell phone and I dump it in the pie. Do not ask me why. I need my phone in the pie.
When you hold when you hold Kevin, he morphs from like stone to like a booklet, like a little notebook with like a hanging piece of leather off it, to a cell phone, and then he shudders and turns into a book again. And then when you stick it in the pie, it just turns into a stone slab. And you hear poof.
I rub the pie all over the stone tablet and go, "You are a very nice notebook."
I think Kevin's malfunctioning in 1779.
You might be a dream too deep to get reception.
JP, wouldn't you know a secret entrance to your own brothel?
In fact,
I do, but Kevin has a very different point of view when I use his GPS in places I have been.
You are compelled.
I'm
I'm
your
gonna give you 2 fate points if you want to, but you're really mad that Kevin's not getting reception, and you're gonna chuck him at the wall. You can take the 2 fate points, or you can pay me 1 to not do it.
I'm taking the 2 fate points.
And you chuck Kevin at the wall, and he doesn't break. He bounces off and hits the ground, but you are definitely upset that he's not working.
That was dream pie. That was the most delicious dream pie in all the world.
Yep.
Have a neck.
You are here for me. You do what I say.
So,
Mr. Mobile gave you to me.
Mr. Mobile.
Mr. Mobile was awesome.
I pick up my tablets and I put it in my pocket. And
He's
I
unharmed.
shove some pie in the pocket just in case.
He's unharmed.
Can you still hear me?
Little,
Good.
Yes.
So,
right.
so Mr. Mobile is a real person, like in real life.
What are you asking, Leo?
No, I'm making a statement.
Oh,
that
okay.
Mr. Mobile is a real person in real life. Google
I
it.
hope he's also a monster that has a suction cup.
I can't hear you, Brendan.
Are you upset that we're misrepresenting him as an evil demon?
Yes, I really like Mr. Mobile.
Do you know him personally?
No, but I really like
be
Mr.
evil.
Mobile.
He was a
He
great
could
character
be.
to
He
play.
is American, so to be fair, I just whitewash all Americans as evil.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm a
That's racist, but okay.
listen. I don't think this bald guy looks like that bald guy at all.
No, that's not racist. That's countryist. It's very specific. I don't
Is it
care
xenophobic?
what type of American you are.
Prejudice.
You're just evil.
Yes, it's true. There's one thing white people are good at, and it's genocide. We're awesome at genocide.
And inventing things.
Last king of Scott was it Leopold II? There
Oh
we go.
yeah. Oh yeah. If historically speaking, white people are good at wiping out other races. We just have a knack for it.
Anna
that-
is gonna keep an eye out for Anna.
So if we go, my den is in the north end. So if we go, I don't know, 150 feet west of it, we should be able to sneak in, no problem.
Yep. You are aware that there is a old decrepit ladder that nobody uses behind what is a dumping area. People dump garbage. So nobody knows that's there, but that ladder leads up to the top floor.
Daniel, you're staying with me.
Am I, though? I
You
think
are.
I'm fighting the White Court vampire.
Do you want to fucking die?
I mean, we all want to die at some point.
No.
I need you to roll an empathy on that statement.
Been there. Not fun.
Empathy. Oh shit, I'm really bad at that. Not that bad. 3.
Oh,
When he says that, there's a certain look in his eyes like he's trying to kill himself.
You are staying with me.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when the gunshots and blood.
She
starts
reaches
coming.
over and grabs hold of his collar again.
We need you alive, or all of us are going to die. You
have to roll I might against him.
I will do so. Me and my glorious +1.
He easily gets away from you.
Oh shit.
Can I make them run into a wall? Just have like a wall appear right in front of them.
You can spend a fate point and change the environment.
I would not do that before a
You know,
fight.
if it wasn't for the fact that he was walking into a vile den of depravity and debauchery, I would just suggest to lift your shirt to get his attention. But I think you're a little too late now.
Nah, he circles around and stays a distance with his sword. And yeah.
It's a very nice sword that I paid for.
Oh no, he had bought it before you showed up.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he bought it on his own before you came to pick up the dagger.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
I take my my pipe bomb with the longest fuse and I put it on one of the barrels and light it.
Daniel,
And I
we
head up the ladder.
need you to stay alive.
Oh, I mean,
Daniel's only a dream. He's not even here.
we're all living our own lives, our best.
No, you're
Lives.
not listening.
Uh-huh.
If you die, we are all fucked.
Boom! Goes the dynamite. The side of the building explodes.
But the 30-minute fuse? Really? The 30-minute fuse blew up already?
You said a 3-second fuse.
30-minute. I have a 30-minute.
Second.
No, 30
You know
minutes.
how long a 30-minute fuse would be?
Yeah, it's like this big.
That's not 30 minutes. That's like 3 at most.
Depends how you twine it, but sure, it's a dwarf. I'm sure he can figure it out.
Yeah, I distinctly
But I directly
recall
said 30 minutes.
speaking in seconds.
I was never speaking in seconds.
Okay, so how long would you like the fuse to be?
30 minutes. I had to ask for a 30-minute, a 5-minute, and a 2-minute.
If you set it
Dude,
with
A 30-minute fuse would be like a kilometer long.
yeah,
It's a dwarf. Figure it out. Roll for it. Want me to roll for it?
I rolled
Yes.
for it. I already rolled for it. If you set up something that lasts 30 minutes, it gets found. 30 minutes is a long time.
Cool. I guess we'd all be dead by then anyways if he kills us.
Yeah, 30 minutes is way too long.
8.
8's more reasonable.
Welcome back, Jordan.
I have returned.
Way less rolls at 8.
Sure, bud.
Oh, then go get Daddy.
Oh, so you set up the bomb on the lamp oil.
Are you drunk?
Gosh,
I think
gosh,
he is drunk.
there's a child, and it's making child sounds. There's a child.
Yeah, he's running around like a drunk toddler.
Come here.
Like a drunk midget.
Yeah, he's a total drunk
Yeah,
midget.
we don't get toddlers drunk.
Where's Dad?
Loaded? Hi, Courtney.
Hi.
Hey, Mom.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Oh, okay, you're camera shy. You go back to beddy bye?
Okay, let's go to bed.
Night night, buggy
Come on,
bug.
Odin. Bedtime. No, Spider-Man stays down here.
So we've set up oil barrels at the den,
Okay.
and we've set bombs that we've set 8-minute fuses on at the den.
Okay.
Oil barrels.
Listen,
Yeah.
we just talked him down from 30-minute fuses, okay?
I forgot how fast
Better.
the fight modes go on this game too. Like a minute's a long time.
It's very
Yeah,
long.
minutes are a long
Yeah.
time.
Minutes 10 rounds. So 8 minutes is 80 rounds.
Yeah, we want these explosions to kind of go off behind us, like,
That is
cool guys.
mathematically, that is 80 attempts to find and disarm them. That's why I was like, 30 minutes is you're making a mistake leaving.
I think it's 30 minutes our time, not 30 minutes game time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of.
Yeah. You have to. It's also a game. You got to keep some of the game mechanics in mind as well.
Yeah. It's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah. So anyway, I think 8 minutes is a reasonable amount of time. You have 8 minutes to do something before the bomb goes off. I was thinking the bomb would go off halfway between Anna saying you can't do something that's going to get yourself killed and then a bomb goes off was kind of funny.
Irony.
So anyway, Anna's actively trying to convince Daniel to not risk his life. To which Daniel's going to respond, "We're all risking our lives, aren't we? We're all in here playing this little game for some petty god who's decided that it is our lives at risk for his will."
Actually, it's our lives risked for hundreds and thousands, even millions of lives outside of the dream world.
Single day, some government official signs a piece of paper that gets someone killed.
Jack's not there, thankfully.
Doesn't.
Can I smack Daniel upside the head?
I was gonna say I'd cuff him again, but the last
certainly
few times
try.
I've cuffed him, I've knocked him out cold.
Can I just I mean, not with my full strength, I can knock a tree down, as we've proven before, because punching trees, knocking them down, but just enough to knock some sense into him.
Oh, sure, you could definitely swat at him.
If you could knock him out, that would be wonderful because
Okay,
he's
I
really
knock him
hard for
out.
me to keep under control.
Can I knock him out?
You can do that.
Sure.
He is
gonna-
a half-assed mage.
I am going to use fists.
That's why I'm expecting him to
Okay.
die if he gets involved in this.
And then can I use?
He might
Rudan
turn the
fist
tide of
technique?
battle if you lead him with a sword.
Yes, you can. You can.
Who's
indeed
saying
use
that
the
he
Wu
can't
Dang
fight?
technique against this poor fuck.
Yeah, like
He wouldn't-
he might literally.
He would be
be able to throw a
unconscious, and Wu
spell.
Dang places +4 to whatever you roll. So give me a roll.
What will I kill him?
Maybe.
Not if you intend to knock him out.
Okay.
He
This
has
guy
like a
might turn the
3
tide of
then.
battle. You can't take
It's a
one of our
3.
characters out.
So if you beat his 3, which he rolled a 2 plus his might would be another 2, so he got a 4.
So I have fists of 3, plus I rolled a 3, plus I'm going to use Rudan fist techniques because he's just pissing me the fuck off for good
So
measure.
10.
Yes.
So we're at 10 versus his 4.
Yes.
So that is a shift of 6. That is double his ability to resist it.
You could kill him by putting him in a coma.
So a shift of 6.
I don't want to kill him, Justin. I just want to
Is-
really knock him out.
Oh, I know.
Live.
That would be severe. That would be a severe consequence. We're gonna go concussed.
Alfred,
drop to the
that
ground
was a
with that-
little much.
He's got his sword.
I
He's
didn't do it
talking.
this time.
You just walk over to him and you're like, "Hacha!" and down he goes.
Oh, da. But Anna, I heard a voice in my head that really sounded like you to tell me to knock him out. So I really, really tried without killing him.
I understand that I asked for him to be knocked out, but
Oh,
he.
I think we should leave him by the barrel so he doesn't look suspicious.
No, we need him.
Oh, yes, I'll bring him with us because we're going to battle. I want to carry someone while I'm fighting me.
5 minutes before the
I-
bombs go off.
I will stay with him and make sure that nothing happens to him because I am not exactly the most capable fighter.
But you have those
Maybe
shiny
bring him
knuckles.
back to near the door.
He will be nearby. I will be nearby. And if anyone needs help,
4 minutes.
ask.
Well, the time is ticking. I do not know.
Go,
how to
let's
explain this,
go.
but we're all going to burn to death.
Also, Alfred, you're my new best friend. Let's go.
So
I
you
climb
pick
up the
Daniel
ladder. I
and
start
move
going
him
inside.
to the danger zone. Danger zone. Where do you bring him?
Danger zone.
She's
Lord
gonna
of
find.
Danger
I
zone.
just started rewatching Archer tonight.
Oh, jeez.
Lana.
I'm guessing
Lana.
there's.
Danger zone.
I'm guessing there's like stacks of crates and shit because we're
Yes.
near the water. So I will get him behind some crates so if ship blows up, he's not He's not in the line of fire.
Yes. He doesn't immediately wake up from being knocked out from Alfred, and you're pretty sure he's got a concussion.
I'll fix that after.
All the NPCs, you're gonna waste all of it on NPCs.
Yeah, we could use healing maybe, but no, NPC. We could use coming back to life, but no, NPC.
Her one get out of death for free, she used on an NPC.
It was not for
Again,
you.
I refer to gamers.
So
That's okay. I'm sure it'll prove worth it.
I've gone inside. I'm already looking for me.
all right. So 3 minutes. You go inside to look for yourself, and you find yourself in the back, completely naked, covered in blood, hands just dripping with blood from someone you've killed. Not Anna, but someone. And you have this wild-eyed look. You've obviously, your younger self has been stabbed a bunch of times, and he's just laughing manically as he heals his wounds. People around have stopped what they're doing, and they're kind of watching in drunken, inebriated awe at this show that young Jean-Paul has put on. This insanely violent, debaucherous show. What do you want to do?
I just 1 second. I need the right words.
I should knock off that not a monster has already been used once.
Yeah.
And
Can I just plain old just set him on fire?
how would you like to do that?
Distorting.
Because as soon as there's an act, you get that action, and then we're rolling initiative.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna go for Godbound. So what do you want to do?
What are you thinking, Amanda?
Jean-Paul has lots of weapons and extra,
And human speed and
say-
human strength.
extra strength and extra equipment. So what I'm thinking of is quite literally where he is, just had like manipulating the surroundings, have a huge pit fall in, filled with stakes, and have him just burst into flames.
Yeah, you can spend the fate point and change reality to do that, and that'll be the opening move. Get him in the place.
Done.
Okay, spend the fate point. Stakes go down. He gets to roll to not have this happen, so you have to roll against him with your conviction, and he will
Okay.
roll. Jean-Paul, what would be the inhuman speed you have? That's a plus something.
Human speed's +2, and if you use it with might
It's not might.
for speed,
Yeah,
it's just +2 then.
yeah. That would be a possible -1. Okay. Where that's Baltimore. I don't want Baltimore. Wizard biology, not useful. Tattoo of St. Giles, not useful.
Okay, I like fucking
Rope.
paper.
I think it's 84. There it is. White Court Vampires. And then it is. Where are you in human speed? Page 178. Sorry, I apologize. Looking this up.
It's all good in the hood.
Everybody needs to roll initiative and know what your initiative is. That's alertness.
Or
Don't tell me what it is yet. I'm gonna write it down. Actually, you know what? Amanda, you are now the initiative tracker. Get everyone's initiative and write it down.
4 -1. Okay. -3 for Jean-Paul.
ouch.
And don't forget
got
you get
3.
the +4 for alertness from inhuman speed for Jean-Paul.
Oh, do I really?
Yeah, you get a +4 to your initiative.
So I got 8. Jean-Paul has 8.
I got 3.
Leo and I both got 3.
It's a roll off.
What's your alertness?
Bonus.
What's your alertness bonus?
4.
No, mine's a +3, so you go first.
Jack?
-2.
I mean, it's fitting.
Oh, trust me. When Jack shows up, it's going to be interesting.
I thought he was already still there.
He is there.
He's there. He's just not blatantly there.
He's just not there.
He's pulling a Batman and crouching in the rafters.
I hide.
He's in a side room.
I am Batman.
What's young JP's?
Young JP's
Harvey dead.
is going
Do you
to
trust him?
be negative one. Negative. Nope. 1 second.
+4.
3. It's a 3. All right. So highest goes first.
That's me.
Would be JP. Yeah, and my conviction roll, by the way, to have it happen was 5.
5. Nice, nice. I will put the damage down. So he got a 3, so that would be a 2. So all these wooden stakes drop from the ceiling, creating what looks like a cage, and ignite immediately. He takes 2 damage, fire damage. All right, whose go is it now? Who's first is Jean-Paul. Jean-Paul! What are you doing?
I got a lot of fate points to burn at this fucking battle, actually. I go in with my knives and I use a fate point with Godbound.
Okay.
Proud of who and what I am.
Yep. Nice. So that's a +4 to whatever you roll then if you're using both. Now remember, fate points can be used to re-roll or add +2.
I'm gonna go for add +2.
Okay.
So 3.
Why would we want to do that? Just add +2.
7.
Yeah.
That gives me 10.
Okay.
And then I got weapons, so that's another +1. So I got 11.
An 11. All right, and you're going in with the daggers?
Yes.
Right into him, wrapped up in the stuff and on fire?
Yeah. I'm going fucking just full daggers, slicey, dicing.
All right. So he gets a 6.
Oh, I gotta take off a fate point.
So you would be beating him by 5 or 5. Yeah, you beat him by 5. So he would take a 5 physical. Okay. So that would be a move, an attack, and spending your fate points is technically your bonus action. So that would
I'm
be
right beside him now.
everything you want to do, unless you want to roll in athletics to try and get another attack out there.
I'm gonna go for an athletics roll. Yeah.
You got to do better than 2 on an athletics roll to get another attack.
You
Nope.
can do it.
-1.
Never
-1.
mind.
Thus, your turn ends. Who's
Yeah.
next?
I'm next.
Okay.
Not even close.
I was thinking of dropping more of the ceiling on him.
You've already spent 1 fate point to do it. You can definitely spend another again to keep changing reality every round if you want. That's the thing, is that power is powered by fate points, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna stab him.
Okay, perfect. You go up, you do a weapons attack.
Four. So I
He beats
fail.
he beats you by 2. Fighting with himself, he sees you coming and turns JP towards you, bumping older JP into you, blocking you.
Anna,
Since I'm a little ways away, just gonna keep an eye on Daniel, make sure the little fucker doesn't go get himself killed.
And how is my barrels?
Anna is outside with Daniel.
so
And she's keeping a very keen ear out for anyone calling for her from inside.
I need you, Anna, to roll me what would basically be an alertness.
I'm good at those.
which is your passive awareness.
Yeah, because there's many
Um,
guards.
I've got 2.
You got
Oh,
you
I
got a
got
2?
I got 2.
All right. As you're
would
watching
you
over
roll
Daniel,
-3?
you feel a hand on your shoulder. It's the East Indian guy with the turban, and he says, "What are you doing here?"
My friend here just sort of had a bit much to drink, so I'm keeping an eye on him.
Well, he has his hand on your shoulder, and we're gonna cut off to the next person.
The next is a 3-way tie between Volus, Leo, and the young JP.
I know. Leo's got a better alertness than I do, so he would go before me. What does young JP have for an alertness modifier?
What's your bonus to alertness, Bob?
+4? I got, because a human speed, right? It's +4, you said.
What's
it'd
your
be-
normal bonus to alertness?
+1.
Oh, +1?
Yeah.
Oh, so he would be after me, and Leo would be before me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Leo's first.
Yeah.
Go,
Kick
Leo.
down the door.
You're,
Wrong game.
you get in. That's your move into the zone. You're in that zone. What do you want to do in the zone?
Attack the fucker.
All right. You see that there is a wooden cage surrounding young JP, standing naked and covered in blood, screaming. Well, your friend JP is fighting him. The older JP's got daggers and he's stabbing at him. Neria has come over and she tried to stab young JP, and got bumped out of the way so she couldn't get an impact.
Don't forget the fire.
There's fire. They're both on fire. Old and young JP,
Fire
fire.
bad.
Can I just take out young JP?
I can't hear you. And what?
Can I just take out young JP?
How do you want to do that?
Well, I have a sword and I
Okay.
swing my sword.
You
So
switch.
you're gonna use the pointy end and just like stabby?
Yeah,
The pointy end goes into
like-
the man.
the pointy end,
All right.
like how Jon Snow taught Arya how to fight.
Yeah.
That's
so
how I made 3 children.
You've already moved a zone. So to move the full zone to him again, you'll have to roll in athletics. You beat a 2.
Well, my natural's a 4.
Okay, but you
So-
can roll a -4.
I rolled a 3.
Roll the 3, so 7. Okay.
Yes.
With a 7 athletics, you find your feet moving light and breezy as you run up to him to attack.
So I just want to confirm here. Our plan is to kill young JP or completely knock him out.
Yo.
To kill
I
him.
don't. You're attacking. You're compelled. Take 2 fate points. Attack.
Heat of the moment.
you-
In the heat
JP and a
of the moment.
No one of them.
So I use weapons and I rolled a 0, so that's 5.
Yes.
What does young JP have?
He has a. What's your weapons, Bob? 2?
Weapons is 1.
1. All right. So that would be plus the dodge a 2. So you got a 5, you said?
Yeah, natural
By
5.
3. You beat him by 3.
Also, I do have bless this house, so he doesn't do anything.
Oh, all equal. You beat him by a 4.
I'm a champion of God. Remember?
Yeah, you beat him by 4. He doesn't get that defensive bonus.
Yeah. Now, is there? How much do I need to give him a severe consequence?
Ooh, you've got to get it. So you're already at a difference of 4. If you want to go to severe, that's a lot. If you spent 2 fate points, which you just got, you'd be at 8. You're into his 8 position, which he doesn't have. So we're into.
So I use Wu Dan's sword.
Oh, that brings you to 8. You're not even using fate points. Okay. Now he's at 8. That's a mild consequence he would take. Do you want to do more than a mild consequence?
Yes, I also have the Green Destiny.
That's another 2. That brings us to 10. We're getting to moderate. Right?
Okay.
2
I,
feet points.
I was trained by Ragnar.
Oh, you're gonna give him that +4?
Hi.
That brings it to 8. That's extreme.
You already at
Wait,
10.
I'm not done yet. And this time I checked first.
What's that?
I checked first. Remember?
Yes.
Don't blow your load without checking first. I checked first.
All right. You are at an 8. He would be taking an extreme at this point, which would be you've pierced his heart with a holy weapon while he's on fire. And being stabbed repeatedly by your friend himself.
I have a feeling older JP needs to do the finishing blow on this one, though.
I feel
My
like
turn is so far away from coming up again.
I feel like you've teched a character into I stab things and they die. I feel like I'm going to give you a fate point because of that. I just can't. I can't. There's no point. You are literally the antithesis to JP. This is what your character is. Like, you're the guy JP would say, if I ever do bad, I need you to find me and kill me. It's you, Alfred. It's you.
Yeah, give me my silver bullet.
I am Superman's Batman.
Yeah, you
That's what I
are the Batman to his Superman, 110%.
Yeah.
So JP, you look over and you see Alfred, and Alfred just pushes the blade in and turns. The fire burning. I need you to take a 1 damage.
Okay.
Because you're standing in the flame.
Am I in the flame too?
Physical?
Yes,
Oh.
and you will take still just a 1.
Okay.
I was going to do it at the end of your turn, but you brought it up, so you can take
Well,
it.
I figured I'm sitting in the flames. Might as well say something.
Yeah. Okay.
Physical?
So it's even gone yet.
So, you see him in the cage on fire, weaken in his knees, and drop down. Do you pull the sword out? Do you leave it in him? What do you do?
So, if I pull the sword out, will he regenerate?
Likely.
Probably.
If I leave the sword in, obviously it's a holy sword, so he's not going to regenerate, right?
Oh no, he's not going to regenerate. In fact, the real JP can feel the aura of that sword emanating at him, and there's the slightest sense that if you wanted to, you could weaken him too.
I look at the real JP and I'm like, sorry, buds, sorry. And I leave the sword in, just like holding it in to make sure young JP doesn't move.
Yeah, with one hand, you lower his body down to his knees.
Yeah.
As the fire and flame consumes him.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
And leave yourself in convenient touch range.
All right, who's after Leo's character?
I got the light body technique. I can get out whenever I want.
Papa, I'm a prophet. All right, so Bolus, what do you want to do?
I mean, if we're here to kill him, I'll aim for the head. Go.
A blunt side? A blunt swing?
Raise the axe up. Step to the left a little.
No.
No.
I'm using the new hotness.
Oh. We're pincushioning.
Old busted, new hotness.
It's
I'm
brute.
I'm gonna like try and like get the sword. Like I'm gonna deep throat him with it.
This is gonna go into overkill soon.
This is a really bad magic show, guys. You're supposed to put him in a box first.
He's giving him a 2014
He is in the
Godzilla.
box. It's burning and steaky.
Okay, give me a damage roll.
Okay, so with my so I have a +5 to weapons already. I rolled a 1, so that's a 6. I got a +2 with Thunder's sword, Fang,
Yeah.
so that's a 7, 8, 6, wait, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8.
We're in consequence territory.
Good point.
Because I'm using a dwarven weapon. I'm going to go ahead and use Touch by Valhalla, so that's another +2.
Okay, we're at 10.
So yeah, you know what? I think I've done enough.
Wait. I'm not done yet.
Your turn's over.
You can always count on friends, Volus.
You're going to spend a fate point and give him count on friends, bring him to severe.
How many fate points do you have?
Mark off the spent fate points.
Oh
That
my
is
goodness.
That is
One,
an
two.
extreme and a severe both done onto him.
I have 4 left.
Give me a free fate point earlier because I went stabby.
So, okay, all right. Who's after Volus? Is that your whole turn? Is there anything else you want to do? You did a move. You did an attack. You spent fate points. It is your turn technically.
He got burned.
I'm sorry, my brother.
Yes, and because it's the end of your round, you take 2 damage. You take a 2 physical from the fire.
Fire's hot.
Fire's hot. All right, who's after Volus?
Young JP.
Ah! That's what she said.
Don't spit it out. Amanda.
Always when I have a mouthful of liquid, right?
That's also what she said.
Phrasing?
Hello.
Phrasing.
Phrase that?
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Are we not doing phrasing
That
anymore?
way on purpose. Thank you very much.
We're still doing phrasing.
What were you drinking, Amanda?
Perrier?
Did you spit it everywhere? That's how you get ants.
Yes.
No.
Is that what you want? Because that's how you get ants.
Sometimes pregnant, depending where you spit it.
I've managed not to so far, even
Oh,
though
she swallowed.
apparently
That's
it's been a hard-won battle a few times.
Yes.
Bob, are you drinking wine? That's so classy of you.
Oui. This is a necessary.
At this point, the explosive begins going off outside. You start hearing the whole building begin to erupt from all the sides. And everything begins to shudder, not fall apart, but become squares and twist and change. And you begin to see everything kind of spinning around you. Even though you're standing still, the room begins to spin. And you hear, "Hey, I'm trying to get through to you guys. You don't hear me? Hey, JP.
Kevin, I hear you.
There's something going on. I'm getting like interference. I don't know what's going on, but your mind is being drawn into another dimension."
Can you please text this person to not do this?
Hey, buddy. I need you to know you're not in the, and I think if you don't, you might never get it. All right. And the whole room spins. And all of a sudden you're outside the door. You're now back into Daniel's dream. And you're holding your neck. But it's not the cross. It's a key.
I've always hated that place.
You're back.
What?
You can feel
Why
the
do I-
warmth in your pocket, in the breast pocket where you put Kevin. You can feel warmth coming off him, almost like the phone's overheating.
Kevin, it is okay. You do not need to get a hold of me.
Why is it I feel irony about nailing the idea about the cross?
Because I am a true believer.
Nailed to the cross.
Yeah,
Wah,
I
wah.
got it.
So Rocco goes, "What happened? Did you
Aw.
get the key?
Oh,
Where's Daniel?"
I'm gonna wait.
Where is Daniel?
I'm there with everyone, right?
Yeah, you're there, but
Okay.
Daniel's not there.
Mm.
All
Is the
that for
door
nothing.
still there?
Yep, the door's still there. It's closed.
We need to get him. Is he
Do we
still
know
in
for
there?
sure we
And
need to get
You,
him?
you
before we
see
go back?
Karen's there, and she looks slightly different. Her hair's down, and it looks like she's going, like a shock of her hair has gone white.
Can we send Karen to get Daniel?
She goes, "I've been talking to Gahone, and I'm really starting to get worried about where we are."
Hey,
Wait,
Justin, am I out there now?
Yeah, you're out as well. The only person who
So-
didn't make it out is Daniel.
So Jack is standing there in the full Winter Rider form,
Yeah.
caked in blood, with a smile the whole way across.
No blood, but you're in the full Winter Rider
Yeah.
form.
Okay, where is Daniel?
At which point the door begins to shudder, and you can hear Kevin coming from your pocket going, "It's don't being lied to," and the whole Daniel's dreamscape begins to shudder. And as it begins to shudder, everything goes pitch black, and that's where we're gonna end the episode.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Kevin is trying to help us. I'm not giving my fucking key to anybody. I'm putting that up my ass.
Open that bitch right now.
I've already ate a goddamn denarian coin.
Yeah, that went well for you.
yeah, that went so well for you, man.
Hey, I got rid of it and I put in a demigod later. It fucking buffed out just fine for everyone. And no one got taken over by it, including myself.
You want to recall that?
Probably the Okopogo.
Maybe.
Can
It
I
can't
have a
affect me because of my
point?
demon. So far.
All right, I'm gonna hit stop. I hope you guys had a lot of fun.
Always.
Yes, thank you for the game.
Yeah.